Ladies and gents, a very warm welcome to the 84th final of the Baker Cup. Bridgwater Cricket Club versus Taunton reigning bowlers, looking for a three-peat. Just some early news for you. Bridgwater have won the toss and have elected to bat first. Hope we'll have a cracking evening. I think we've got a fantastic match to look forward to. We'll keep you updated as the game progresses. Thanks very much for coming down and hope you enjoy the evening. to our two umpires this evening, Martin Vita and Marcus Palmer. St Andrews, led out by their captain, Justin Burke. Opening the batting for Bridgwater, Andrew, Merv Hallam and Alex Eckley. Opening the bowling for the Saints from the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion ends, Matthew Lieberman.
Hello and welcome to the Cooper Associates County Ground, where I'm watching with my partner over here,
Lloyd Alley,
the Bay Cup final between Taunton St Andrews and Bridgwater.
Correct. So Matt Lieberman opened the bowling here for Taunton St Andrews in the first over. Looks a little bit shape. I don't know who's opened the batting for Bridgwater. It looks like Andrew Halloran and then Chris Skidmore at this end. Oh. And that's out. Caught behind, thin edge. Matt Lieberman through to James Regan. First wicket of the night.
Pretty standard. I mean, the pitch looks, as a Taunton wicket, so it's brilliant, as you see on the replay here. We are having a few scoreboard issues since while the scoreboard's not on.
Just a thin nick.
A little thin nick. Finger goes straight up for the umpire. He says, "Thank you very much."
Off he goes. First wicket of the day.
An interesting start.
Interesting. Big wicket, Merv. Scored lots and lots of runs and very destructive at the top. But getting rid of him just brings in another good lad in Charlie Sharland, who is also just as destructive, if not more. Scored a lot of runs at the weekend, actually, I think, quite quickly from looking at the scoreboard. But huge start that for Taunton St Andrews, getting rid of Merv in the first over.
That's a long. Cricket's a long game this evening, the T20 format. So
correct.
It could be a early break for that it is, but also it could be an interesting opportunity here for the new man.
Yeah, Charlie and Chris Skidmore, the guy at this end, was played actually some unicorns cricket probably 10 years ago now, which is used to be the 50 or 40 over competition. Played for the unicorns, was quite close actually to being signed, if I remember. Got 2 for not very many at Lords. against Middlesex in a game that they nearly won. So he's a talented cricketer, slightly injured with a sore hip, so batting only, but certainly won't be shy in trying to clear the ropes here, that's for sure.
And if we look at the boundaries it's a very short side towards the Darchi and Andy Cannett pavilion.
Correct.
So he'll probably be aiming to target that on his leg side.
He will be aiming to go through that side. Oh no, huge chance of a run out here at the non-strike zone. Oh, how is that? Not out. Scampered off the mark, first ball. Good bit of fielding from Jay Terry at backward point there. Finished his duties with Somerset under-18s about an hour ago. Straight out and onto the field here.
They love their cricket down in Somerset. I'm actually from Reading, Berkshire, so coming down here is a bit different.
Yeah, they love it down here, those boys. There's a few actually that have been playing for Somerset under-18s today that are now straight out here. George Thomas at third man, he's just played. Jay Terry at backward point. Ollie Hurd wearing number 9 at mid-on, and I think Josh Thomas there at mid-wicket. All finished playing for Taunton, for Somerset under-18s this afternoon. Straight here, straight into their work. Another 2020 game of cricket to follow 90 overs in the field.
Hey, what more could you want on a Monday?
Exactly, young lads love it.
Sticking tight to this offside plan here, the bowler.
Bowling well to his field, to be fair. In outfield, 2 men out, third man fine leg, deep cover and a deep square. Hitting a good length, Matt. He's a good bowler actually, this guy from South Africa, came over to us earlier on this year. Settled in really nicely. He's actually studying at university as well at, I want to say Oxford, so down here for the summer. But talented guy, South African born. Nice bowler, doesn't generally, famous last words, but doesn't generally miss a length. As he bowls a nice floaty half volley.
Nice little float.
Dot ball straight to mid off one.
Couldn't
have put it on any more, could I?
It's the first time I've ever seen a wicketkeeper wear a hoodie.
Yeah, so we don't have any long sleeve playing shirts, and wicketkeepers don't like wearing short sleeves, and so he's got his hoodie on. He'll have a playing shirt on underneath, but it's
good.
James Regan enjoys wearing his hoodie. He's also quite a religious guy, and we played in one of the hottest games in the world about 2 weeks ago against Ilminster in the Cup semi-final of this, and he kept, and we won, and he seems to get in his head sort of things like, catch it, like a must wear. If I wore a hoodie and we won, I'll wear a hoodie. Same when he bats. If I did this the day before I scored 100,
oh yeah, you
do the same again.
Don't break a superstition.
No, correct.
And that's the end of the first over. Not many off it, and the 1 wicket. We are still having scoreboard troubles, everyone. We are trying to notify the scorers who are sitting next to us.
5 for 1 after the first over. Like I said, Ben's just trying to sort out the scoreboard. A few technical issues, but yeah, end of the first over. Matt Lieberman. Here comes the veteran at the other end.
What do you know about this?
Justin Burke, captain of the team. He's been playing, he's about mid-40s, been playing for a long time. He's one of those bowlers that you don't like. He will be one bowler that these guys probably aren't too looking forward to facing. He bowls pretty slowly. He'll swing it away generally from the right-hander, but with no great pace. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes, because the way that Charland plays, I imagine he's going to look to try and get after him, especially in the first few overs. Might try and sort of slog sweep him, potentially Jacob out a deep square. Nice in outfield, no real pace to work with though. Third man, fine leg in the ring. Ball quite straight, hopefully stump to stump with the keeper up. It's a lovely shot that. Lovely shot. Lent on the first ball, extra cover 4.
That's a beautiful shot there.
Start that. Charlie Charland, just literally from a length, lent on the ball through the offside, beat the sweeper, 4 runs. Pressure on the bowler from the first ball. That's the better line. That's where he wants to settle in. That's where he'll try and bowl and then say to the batter, if you're brave enough to take it on,
just take it.
Take it on. Short boundary straight, mid on, mid off up.
Good. You can't actually see it on the picture here, but short. There you got short mid wicket and a very straight short extra as well. So it's like you say, it's very tempting the batsman here. Just go. Correct. If you want to hit me,
take it on. Yeah, short over. If you get it over the top and mid off, it's generally going to be 4, maybe even 6. That looks quite close. That oh, that will be interesting to see on the replay. I'm not sure if there are. Maybe just sliding.
Potentially there from our angle. Obviously we're in the combo slightly left, which is
slightly offline. With
the wicketkeeper in the way, we can't really see if it was in line, but
looked a good shout.
I would have taken it myself as a bowler.
Correct.
I would be shouting around.
Not many complaints though. Not many hands on hips. So it's good line though. Better start from Justin after the first ball. Slightly wide, stump to stump. That's not a great delivery. That's going to be 4 more.
Oh, great
brilliantly
bit of fielding.
Great work out there on the boundary.
Another fielder.
Very good from George Thomas out there.
Now, what you can't hear very well is actually it's quite windy out there. I set the cameras earlier down on the Thatcher's Terrace, and it is very windy. Don't play for the players; it's just be a little bit cold down there for them. But it's an interesting one. To say the least.
Get the ball up in the air. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. I'm not quite sure which way the wind's blowing, but if it's anything's going towards the Ondarchi, I'm pretty sure that's going to be an area to target for the batters. Something to be mindful of. The bowler's quite big.
100% with that smaller boundary as well towards that side that we spoke about.
Bigger boundary out towards the flats. So every chance that as a bowler you want to be trying to get hit to the bigger parts of the boundary, but what you want to do and what you actually do, 2 very different things.
100%. That concludes the end of the second, which, if I've done my maths correctly, is 11.
Correct. 11 for 1. I just see into this com box here next door.
Sneaky one. I like that. Nice little glass
just a little
windows.
glance through that glass window there. Back to Matt Lieberman again. Second over. Bowling to Charlie Sharland. Started lovely. Nicely bowled. Good carry.
Straight back to that line as well. Straight back to that line, just outside off. Bowling to his field and trusting. I mean, the captain's a lot of trust in him. He hasn't missed his line so far on that outside off stump.
Very tidy. That's what he does very well, actually. He's not a massive swinger of the ball. These pink balls don't swing for very long, but what he does do is he hits a length which actually makes it quite hard for the batters to score. So good start, good dot ball first up. Build on a few dots, put a bit of pressure on the batter, but big shot coming from Sharland, I reckon.
Oh, he drifts just slightly there.
That's a wide. It's quite a good game this. We played these guys last year in this same competition actually. We always end up seeing playing Bridgwater. We played them. They beat us last week in the Major Cup quarter-final. We played these guys in the semi-final last year where played them twice actually, where we chased down 200 at Taunton in the semi-final. So we always have good games against these guys. 2 competitive sides, but 2 sides that know a lot about each other.
That's gone high.
Is there going to be a catch? Because it's so far out there. I think the sweep is so deep. Just falls short.
Very unlucky there. I mean,
scamper back for 2.
If that was the other side, that's definitely caught on the boundary.
Catch,
but
yeah.
with it being such a big boundary on the one side, you can just feel it's very deep there as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
is. He's a long way.
You could say 10 yards in, he would be he'd be more in the game here, but
it's unlucky that. I like the intent from Sharland though, trying to mid-on, mid-off up, trying to go over the top, capitalise the early start against this hard new ball because they don't stay too hard for too long actually. It's a good shot, back with a point.
Pick up 2.
Camp back for 2, maybe 3, depending on the run-up. Come back for 3. Good over this for Bridgie.
Just
good
turn it
start.
over a little bit.
Just
good running.
over. Yeah.
No boundaries as of yet, but they're putting pressure on that field now to actually make some.
Put some pressure on the fielders. 5 off the last 2 balls. Just try and pick the rate up if they can. It's Toby Williams-Thomas there. Let's smile in. He can't wait to get a bowl with Toby. He's chomping at the bit. He'll be in the captain's ear.
Found this from the crowd.
Yeah.
Playing up to it.
Yeah.
Not very often you play to a crowd
like
of size.
this.
I think that's 600.
It's quite a few.
600 meant to be in was what I was told by lovely Ben Warren.
It's quite a good competition. It's been around for a long time, and so generally gets good coverage actually.
So the replay, just a nice little offside line that he's been bowling so far.
Used to get out the over well here. 2 balls to go, 1 ball to go. Skid more dangerous. You need to try and get him out early if you can. Hits the ball a long way.
It's quite young, 2 young teams I looked at when they were warming up earlier.
Very. We've got, so I saw from the tweet earlier, we've got 7 guys who've come from our system that are all under the age of 18, I want to say, or 18 and under, that are all playing. So yeah, young side, the oldest being the veteran Justin Burke, who's bowling at the bottom end, and then you've got Steve Tinian in his 30s at extra cover, and then outside of that, I reckon the combined age, lovely shot. I reckon the combined age after that is pretty young. All the rest are under the age of 18, so here is a guy to keep your eyes peeled for in the future. Running his helmet out onto the field for the wicketkeeper, Thomas Rue, 14 years of age, played a handful of first team games for Taunton Andrews this summer. I watched him score 70 not out off 60 balls, first game, 14. He then got 60 or 40 balls against Lansdowne the week after. Just like a duck to water, really. Obviously, younger brother of James Rue, currently playing for Somerset. One of those naturally very good all-round sportsmen, but for a 14-year-old.
Very sporting fan by the sounds of it.
Very, very sporting. Plays county squash, golf off single figures. Good cricketers. Played. Yeah, he's just been selected to go to Bunbury actually. Him and Matravers, 2 lads that both play for us. It's a good shot. Fielding at mid-off, Matthew Lieberman. But yeah, very talented. Keep your eyes on Thomas Rue, 14 years old. Somebody to definitely be mindful and watchful of over the summer. And these guys, I think Charlie Charlotte, non-strikers end, is only 17 as well. There's quite a few. I know Max Tui, I think, is playing for these guys, very young. Bellinger. Here we go. The scoreboard's back on. Fantastic news. Just catching up on the scores, but you can now see the scoreboard is live. So hopefully we can get that up to speed pretty quickly for everybody.
Yeah, always technical problems with the electronic scoreboards. You never know. They're very temperamental. I've had many issues with scoreboards back in when I was playing back in Reading, but also now as I've joined Somerset, the kind of cricket club we've had, they're always very
temperamental.
Yeah, sometimes they mind their own, but
lots of electrics, lots of wires.
Lots of wires. Sometimes you misplace one and they go missing.
Correct.
That was a very loose shot, but it's gone just for the one. Long on back now. Luke Poole
with the ball in. Lovely bit of fielding. Good over this. Another few quiet overs here. It's the only thing with this competition, the fielding restrictions. So normal T20, you obviously only allow 2 fielders out for the first 6, which makes the bowlers actually have to think about where they're going to set fields. But in this, it's just 4 in the ring at all times. So as a batter, it's almost like you're starting outside of the power play, so it makes it quite difficult. Some of your boundary balls are just going for 1 or for 2, and it's quite hard work. But it does therefore play into advantage. That's a great shot from Skidmore down the ground. Picked up by Long. Just makes the makes it a bit more of an interesting start for both sides, and especially second innings when you're chasing, because if the team batting first set a competitive score, as an opening batter, you go out to look where you'd normally be like 2 men out the ring, capitalise on the power play. You've actually got to try and work a bit hard, a few runs, long on, long off.
Maybe rotate the strike a little bit.
Yeah, true.
Don't let the dot balls build up too much.
Correct. And then you'll find that you pick the boundary balls up when they come.
Yeah.
So we're into the 5th over now.
5th over. He's still carrying on this.
21 for none. 21 for 1 so far. Sorry. If you're just catching up, the early wicket of Andrew Halloran caught behind off the bowling of Matt Lieberman without scoring. Matt Lieberman continues 3rd over. Again, another odd rule in this competition. You can bowl 5 overs.
Interesting.
Normal T20s 4 overs, generally 5 bowlers, but not in this competition. A little bit funky. 5 a bowler. In the air.
Oh,
dropped.
Great effort.
Dropped by Toby Williams-Thomas at mid-off. Scamper back for 2. It's a good effort, that. Could be disappointed there though, Toby. Good set of hands actually. Just burst through the fingers. Good strike by Skidmore.
Just a little bit high.
A little bit high. Tipped over the top.
Great little
good save. Good save for
good
a
save.
goalkeeper.
Yeah. In football, great save.
As a rugby
player, not so much.
As a rugby player as well, I'll be disappointed he's not catching that. Lieberman again to Skidmore. Top edge. Got over point.
Oh, that's out.
Good catch. Jay Terry. That's a big wicket in the context of the game. That. Chris Skidmore is a very, very dangerous batter. You can see from the celebrations. Big, big wicket for Taunton Andrews.
So it's important here they don't get too on top of themselves though. Like, no, make the highs not so high, make the lows not too low.
Correct.
Just stay very level
playing field. Level playing field. It's a good start.
Especially as such a young group. You talk about there, the leader there, he would be definitely telling them like, look, keep it calm, let's carry on.
This guy's a talented lad coming in as well. Alex Eklund, the wicket keeper batter. Plays minor counties for Dorset, I want to say. Very, very good cricketer. Got some runs against us in the league, and also in the game we played against him 2 weeks ago. Very talented. Hits the ball. He loves sweeps, reverse sweeps. Quite hard to bowl at because he hits your good balls actually to places where your fielders aren't. So big phase of the game this, to be able to get rid of either Charland or Eklund from a St Andrews point of view. Big stage in the game for Bridgie. Hoping that these two can bat for a few overs, get some runs on the board, help them set up a platform for a bit later on to take on the boundary.
100% agree with you there.
Good start. I think the scoreboard's still just catching up. 23 for 2 as Matt Liebman comes in here. Charlie Sharland.
Oh,
just over the top.
That's
I don't think Toby's going to be stopping that.
Run away for 4.
Lucky that as a bowler.
It didn't look like he hit it too hard, just timed it, mistimed it slightly and just chipped
Like
over
he's
mid
probably
off.
won that as the bowler's just crept over mid off, but one thing you do know here, if it does get over the infield or through the infield, you're probably not going to be stopping it.
Oh, 100%. Cooper So's counter ground is definitely going for 4 if it's beating the infield.
Back to his normal length, just batter on the back foot. It's one area that Matt, when he does get it slightly wrong, he does just err on the floaty side of full, which allows the batters, especially in this format, to just throw hands on a flat pitch, on a good wicket. Looks a used wicket. I think this might be the one that they played the championship game on.
It looks like it from
last week, from when I was here watching a bit of the Yorkshire game actually, and it looked pretty similar to where they were.
3-day-old wicket, it should be okay.
Yeah, should be all right. Looked pretty flat. Looked pretty flat from the game, from the runs that were scored.
So that 4th they got washed out really. It shaped up to be quite interesting.
Set up to be a lovely final day with Bartlett not out in the late 80s, 90s to potentially play a few shots in the morning, set up a total for them to try and bowl them out. The wicket just starting to spin from the day where saw Best pick up a few poles. Got one just ripped the glove of Abe's, caught behind, which looked pretty decent delivery from a spinner. It would have been interesting to see how Leachy got on bowling at Yorkshire on that final day, but unfortunately typical British weather got the better of it. Washed out, which is a shame. Looks like as well Somerset have had a longish day in the field over at
Essex are very much in the driver's seat with Brown getting a century today, and Walter looks in good nick as well, so he's on 50 now, so past 50. But you never know in cricket, you can take like 3 wickets early doors and then next tomorrow morning, and then the game could be on its head. But
funny game, cricket. You never know, it does look flat. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Chelmsford known for spinning in a bit of Leach versus Harmer.
That could be very interesting.
As days go on, the pitch gets a bit of wear to it. Be interesting to see.
I know, as you were saying, like it was interesting to see as well. Matt Renshaw was bowling as well early doors. Matt Renshaw was turning over his spin. Now, as you've watched the Yorkshire game, he did take a few wickets, and he has taken a few at Southport as well when he played Lancashire. So he took a free for, which we have not heard the end of. No, I can imagine. They were talking quite a lot. I was listening to Pete Trigo on commentary, and he was saying that Matt Renshaw, I think, actually joined him, and he was saying how he's only got 8 first-class poles, and he obviously took 3 here, which I can imagine. Probably enjoyed talking about getting some wickets. You love that as a 100%. As a batter who bowls a bit, picking up some wickets. He's now claimed he's an all-rounder.
That's fair enough. Opens bowling in the Big Bash, doesn't he? Sometimes in T20 cricket, so a bit more credit than a part-time bowler, I suppose. Another good shot from Charlie Sharland. A couple of nice shots in the over, but again, with the field spread, quite hard to get it away. Big boundary, long on leg side, so I think they're going to probably be looking to go extra cover, mid-off round to extra cover. Especially that extra cover boundary looks very enticing.
Yeah,
that trade nation stand.
Miss your line just outside off that. It's exactly where I'll be aiming.
Yeah, it's an important, quite important stage of the game. This, I feel, if you've just try and tie him down a bit against Justin, it just means it'll create a bit of pressure with Matt bowling at this end. That's a good shot for no run.
Yeah, like I say, it's picking up the 4 fields in the ring here are very busy. Very busy, and they're doing a very good job so far. They haven't let too many runs go past. No.
They're quite happy, I imagine, so far, the way things have started from Taunton Andrews' perspective. Just managed to find slight fumble backward point. Just found they've just ticked along, really. Yeah, 5.5 and over.
Not exactly. Just not letting the game get too far away from them at the moment. I think it's important stage of the game for Taunton Andrews just to keep them under the pressure. If they keep them here like this sort of pressure, I can't see Bridgwater getting way too ahead of them, making a big score, which would put scoreboard pressure, which we've seen so many times in T20 finals. They even scoreboard pressure just getting to the second team who bat second. So if they keep them ticking along, I think Taunton Andrews will be quite happy here.
I think if they can restrict them to anything around the 140, 150 mark, which I know is quite a long way away with 15 overs to go, I think every chance actually that they'll every chance that the game will be set up for an interesting second innings, to be fair. But these two would definitely be the two who Bridge would be relying on batting a few overs, just facing a few balls, just getting in, judging the pitch, weighing up the options, which way the wind's going, which way they want to take the boundary on, where your options are, and then cash in once they faced a few balls. Charlton, 22 not out, is in now. Eklund only faced a handful of deliveries, but soon to be in. It'd be good if, from a St Andrews perspective, if they can pick him up in the next couple of overs, because he is a destructive player.
Especially probably 4 on the bounce as well. As you said, it's like this rule in the Baker Cup is the 5 overs.
Yeah.
4 on the bounce, very interesting. First up.
Yeah. We've done this, but I say Taunton St Andrews have done this before, when it's more of a benefit to Matt. When he bowls, he's good to bowl and just keep bowling and fight. It's not a criticism, but I think a couple of times when he's come back, he's bowled say 2 or 3 overs, come back, perhaps not gone to plan, whereas when he's actually bowled quite well and settled in, why not? Because when he finishes his spell, I imagine he'll bowl straight through, but when he's a batter, you look up at the scoreboard and you think, okay, that guy's done 10 overs into the game there, so half your innings is gone.
Yeah.
And then from a batting perspective, if you haven't perhaps got the runners on the board that you need, it maybe just makes maybe do something perhaps you don't want to do, but he's bowled well, just hit a length, but again, drop and run, good from the 2 batters. Eklund off strike, another run to his name, pass it over to Charlton, see if he can get one away.
If you get one well, just keep rotating the strike. I mean, don't let the bowler just feel like he's always on top of you.
Yeah.
Just keep rotating the strike, see where it goes.
Definitely.
The more dot balls you give the bowler, the more. I mean, as a part-time bowler myself, if I see a dot ball, I'm like, yeah,
happy with that.
Happy with that in T20 cricket.
Yeah. The thing is, though, nowadays, especially even we find at this level, you'll find that some of the guys will go dot dot, and actually you might go dot dot to start with, and then your next 4 balls will disappear for 6. So
yeah.
They, like I said, I've seen it before with both of these 2 batters, that they've got the ability to take the game away from you, really. So as a bowler, like I said, Matt just hitting a length. If he can get 4 or 5 off this over, pass it over to Justin at the other end, he'll be more than happy with that. He comes again. Oh, dot ball. Good sweep in from Josh Thomas at mid-wicket. One of the boys that's been playing for Somerset under-18s today. He scored an unbelievable 100 in the week. At the weekend we played against Chippenham in the league, and Josh at mid-wicket and his brother at deep square put on 190. George 104 off 85 balls, 9 sixes. Josh 115 off 112, something like that. So 2 seriously good lads. Obviously George played for England under-19s in the World Cup and did really well. That's a great shot. Where's that gone? 6. 1 bounce into the fence there. Trade Nation didn't pick it up deep square. It's only a few yards from him.
Have a little look at the replay here.
Fractionally short.
Slightly short, pulled away.
Good pick up by Eklund. Lovely shot.
Just watching it go by.
Yep. It's just fractionally too short on a pitch that looks quite a nice pace pitch actually as a batter. As I said, Eklund's a good lad, plays the short ball. All wicket keepers play the short ball pretty well. Pitched up, back to the bowler, dot ball, finish the over. 38 for 2 after 7. Good start from Taunton St Andrews. Actually, they'll be quite happy with how this has gone.
100%. I'm going to leave you here. You're going to be joined by actually a Bridgwater.
James Salt of
James
Bridgwater
Salt
Cricket Club coming to jump on the mic, is he?
At least we have a bit of 50-50 going on here now, rather than this.
So in comes Justin Burke again, start of the 8th over, bowling to Charlie Charland. Ooh, straight, tucked away into the leg side for a single. So joined by Todd's passed over to James Salt of Bridgwater. Afternoon, James, how are we?
Good evening, Lloyd. Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. Lovely view up here.
Lovely, isn't it? Nice. We don't get to come up here very often. It is a nice. We're basically just behind the wicket keeper, for those of you that don't know where we get to sit, but just behind the wicket keeper at sort of fine leg, right above the ground, highest point of the ground, I'd probably reckon. So it's nice. How's your what's your thoughts? Start on the
steady start. I mean, the overs creep on you a little bit. Definitely tight bowling from Justin from he's the river end.
He's bowl quite straight actually. Just it's quite hard. He's one of those bowlers that I'm sure not many opposition don't like to face. He just never seems to get to you. And as a batter, like these two lads would love pace on the ball. These two both play at a good level of cricket outside of Bridgie, and so to face someone that bowls 28 miles an hour is probably not what you want. But
yeah.
Fine edge down to third man, picked up by Ollie Hurd, who will be interesting to come on and have a bowl in a minute, I imagine. Come herring in. So who's left to come after? Do you know who's left to come after these guys? Obviously, two big wickets of Skidmore and Halloran.
Butty in next at 5.
Holcoat,
Holcoat 6. Bellinger,
left-hander, come and try and wide ball. James Regan disappointed with that. Yeah, it'd be interesting actually. The right left-hander Bellinger comes in, short leg side boundary actually. It's massive out towards the flats, so it'd be good for Bridgwater, I imagine, if they can get someone that just target that. It'd be interesting to see who bowls next actually. Matt Lieberman's got one left, and so I imagine maybe Ollie Hurd at this end, or they might go with a little bit of spin from either Toby or Luke Poole, but we'll find out shortly. Odd rule, isn't it? 5 overs a bowler.
And the no power play.
No power play. I was saying about it to Todd just now. As a batter, you come out in the first 6 overs and you look around and there's 4 men in the ring, 5 men outside the ring. You've actually got to work a bit harder for your runs.
I think if Alex and Charlie stay here for another
5 overs,
4 or 5 overs,
yeah,
get to 100 maybe off 13, but it's not looking that way. We're well under a run at the minute.
Set a platform though. These two will be the two that, if Bridgie are going to set a really competitive first innings, I imagine it will be down to one of these two, if not both of them, to get into the attack and go big really.
Definitely.
It is change bowling actually. Matt Lieberman bowled.
Josh Thomas.
Yeah, 4 overs in his first spell, saving 1, and then change bowling. Josh Thomas, left arm orthodox spinner, coming on to bowl at the. Marcus just got a big stand then, of course. Young Josh Thomas, I was saying with Todd just now, scored a pretty impressive 100 actually in the game at the weekend against Chippenham, but bowled lovely left arm spin. 3 for 20 today for Somerset under 18, straight from Taunton Vale into playing here at the county ground. There's no way in a million years he was going to miss playing here. So we'll see how we can get on. This will be a big challenge actually, because Eckland and Charlotte both sweep and hit the ball pretty well.
They set a trap for Eckland on the reverse.
They have. They know that they played against him a few weeks ago and he scored some runs, and he just hits the ball both sides. He hits you a good ball for 4 and 6, whether it's sweeps, reverse sweep, paddle sweep. So one of those blokes that it's quite hard to bowl to actually. So be an interesting phase of the game here.
Not scared to go early either.
No.
I've seen him go early on the reverse.
I imagine he might be looking potentially to try and go over extra cover, that sort of area with a huge gap between long off and deep cover. All the 3 fielders out on the leg side, deep square, deep mid wicket and long on. Be interested to see where he decides to go. Where's you reckon he's going? Where's his boundary option? Sweep, reverse sweep? He might try and go over the 2 men a point, to be fair.
That's what I'm thinking.
Assessing of his
Too straight in it.
Leg by down the Justin Burke, herring after it.
Outfield looks quite slow.
It does. I was thinking that, although there was one that was chipped over the bowler's head just now that managed to go down here for 4, but it does seem to be slow. I don't know, maybe lack of pace. Again, lack of pace on the ball from these two. Being as a batter, you've got to make all of the work. So interesting. Good start here from Josh though. 3 balls, a couple of runs from it. I've got a feeling Charlton's going to try and get after him here though, to be fair. Get into the leg side. Stopped on the boundary by George Thomas. Didn't fancy it, I don't think. Potential catch it and wear it on the chin, or save the 4. Apologising to his brother. If he gets to stick about that when he gets home, I'm sure. Well, nicely tucked into the leg side from Eckland for 1.
Very good start from Saints, I must admit. Keeping it tight.
Yeah, we haven't bowled many freebies, but again, the ones that you do bowl, with the fielding restrictions, just mean you're sort of up against this. Take on his mate from school, Josh. This will be a great battle. These two will love to get each other out, or George gets him out. One of the two, or he gets George away for some runs. That'll be the aim. But yeah, it's a good start actually. 9 overs, 47 for 2. 2 big wickets of Chris Skidmore and Andrew Halloran actually. So Justin Burt's going to continue to finish his spell. He's bowled quite tidily so far. 4 overs for 19. About to start his 5th. A good start from Josh Thomas at the other end. Conceding just 3 off his first over.
You sound like you've done this before, Lloyd.
never before actually. I was worried about how it's going to actually come across, so I'm sure I'll get plenty of stick. I'm sure we'll both end up getting plenty of stick actually when this finishes. So. One down the ground.
Don't know what the live stream's on.
It is.
How many people are viewing?
It's big straight, isn't it? Long on round deep mid wicket. It's big as a batter. Get the ball up in the air. Birkin again to Charland. Hits for extra. A great dive and stop for one down to Matt Lieberman at long off. It's good. Just ticking along here, Bridgie. These two setting up a platform. If they get to 13, 14 overs.
Could take it away eventually.
Dangerous. Yeah. Scoreboard pressure. Anything 140, 150 plus. It'll be an interesting chase, but it doesn't look like there's a lot in the wicket. To be fair, it looks pretty flat.
Good single that.
Yeah. Good single pinching one. Veteran Justin Burke's definitely not old enough or fit enough to get that, so
quite surprising to see Charlotte get through. Had an operation about 3 weeks ago.
He's just had new knee, hasn't he?
Yeah, had a keyhole surgery about 3 weeks ago, so
back in.
A couple of games back in, a bit stiff, but he's getting there.
He is. He's played along nicely. He's moved on to 30, to be fair, without really going unnoticed. So.
Last ball, Justin Spell.
Again, another tiny over, just 3 off it so far. St Andrews will be quite happy with this, 52 for 2 off 10.
So I can't remember the last time I've seen St Andrews. Don't think I've since I sat down.
There it is, there's the boundary.
There it is.
Tucked away at back point. Not quite stopped there by Jay Terry.
Jigs by the contact.
Slightly wide, short, slightly wide. Plays it well though, that's where it. You'll just see the replay coming up from Justin. Looks like it's quite straight. Yeah, tiny bit of width, cut away. It's unlucky that. Shame. Bowled quite well, Justin, to be fair. 5 overs for 23, I believe he's gone for there. As we're back to Josh Tom at this end, I imagine.
I was going to say who's coming on.
Luke Poole potentially to bowl at the bottom end. Another off spinner, big boundary leg side, 2 right-handers. If ever the time is to come on. But again, leg side boundary, it's hard to set a field to with it being so big. So,
thinking pace off?
Yeah, I think so. Pace on a flat wicket's probably what you want. That's a good shot from Charland. Out to the offside. Jacob Hockey scurrying around. Cuts off the second. Good fielding. Just one. Appreciated by wicket keeper there, James Regan. Lovely work. Waiting on that. Just that cut shot, isn't he? Any sort of width, anything fractionally short, just to get past the 2 points, if you can. Oh, right ball. Missed chance from James Regan.
Hard down the leg side.
Tough chance. As a wicket keeper, yeah, you'll know exactly how that feels, but tough opportunity there. Although he will pride himself on his keeping, does James. Bold. The block hole. Can't do it.
Recently with his keeping, there's no rule.
Yeah, he's kept a few times actually. Kept at the weekend, and then kept the last 2 weekends actually with James being unavailable to play with his commitments at Somerset.
There it is.
There it is. There's a reverse sweep. There's the man back point. Not got a chance. The man at deep cover. Not a chance. Good shot. Lovely shot. That's his shot there, isn't it?
Yeah, that reverse sweep.
Sweep, reverse sweep. Anything.
Commits to it well.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't miss many. Good option.
Seen his brother play a few times, young Joseph.
His brother's good play. He played against us. We played against both of them in the major cup last week actually, and he got 30 odd. Played tucked into the leg side for 1.
Joseph sweeps very well as well.
Yeah, they both look very good. Very talented lads actually. Got a feeling Charland's looking to get one away here. Just itching a little bit to be 30 not out. Wants to probably try and kick on if he can. Oh, under edge. Take him as a backside there. There's no way third man is stopping that.
Don't know.
Unlucky. 4 runs. It's unlucky that. Good over for Bridgie that though. Just what they needed.
10 off it?
Yeah, 10 off the over.
Here's the replay. Oh, that's bottom edge.
Slight bit of width. Under edge. Make your own luck. Take him. 4 runs. Charlton on to 35. Eklund's moved quickly on to 20. 67 for 2 off 11. Game's set up lovely actually for a bit of an onslaught here.
Back over a run of ball now.
Yeah.
So you can take that to 15, 90 for 2 off 15.
Yeah. Sets up lovely for the last 5 to have a bit of
With a big
fun.
boundary as well, I think.
Yeah.
140.
That left-hander, if there is a wicket, a left-hander would make quite a headache for the bowling side, but actually 2, it makes a bowler have to work a bit harder because you miss your length or your line, short leg side boundary, get picked up into the pavilion.
Who's this coming into the ball?
This is Ollie Hurd, another lad from the Somerset under-18s, big, quick bowler, runs in, hits the deck pretty hard. A lot of talent actually, a bit about him.
Long old run up.
He has, comes in from a long way away. Yeah, he's got a lot of talent. He's just won a season like the England DPP bowling. He was away with those guys last week. Young lad at Taunton School. Yeah, he bowls quite quickly, gets it through. He's only young. I believe he's younger than. I reckon he's Josh Thomas's age. I think he's 17. So young lad, lots to learn. Still developing, still growing. Believe it or not, he's about 6'5", maybe 6'6". Very athletic, but he hits the pitch quite hard. Quite a big job. That's 4 runs. Lovely tuck off the hit from Charlton there. Took it down left side fine. Fortunately, James Regan is not stopping that. And Justin Burke at long on, fine leg is definitely not stopping that.
Just wide.
Little
bit of a freebie.
Yeah. Just anything on the hit.
Yeah, put your hands through it.
Definitely. Again, a bit of momentum for Bridgie here.
Yeah, last 2-3 overs.
Yeah. 10 off the last 5 off the first 2 balls here. Well bowled. Good length. Good length. Yeah.
How come you're not playing tonight?
My commitment levels have been pretty atrocious, to be fair. Weddings and stag do's and and so lack of availability. We've got 7. I was saying to Todd earlier, we've got 7 guys who've come from our junior ranks under the age of it. There's 3 guys on the field that are older than 20. So as I played in the final last year, where we were fortunate enough to win, and an opportunity for these guys to play, it doesn't happen too often, and so that's a great shot. That's a great shot.
Hold up,
Yeah. See what you mean? Cut off by Luke Paul at mid-on. Could be a run out of the keeper's end.
This is quite quick. I mean, if it was,
He's back.
If it was
If it was
Charlie
Charlie
going there, I think we could be moving a shout there. But
it's a good shot, that. Lovely shot. Shows good pitch. Very good pitch, as always. But yeah, so we've got 7 lads under the age of 20 actually, which is exciting.
yeah, I've got a good youth set up.
Yeah, we were saying again. Todd and I were saying just now that actually both sides have got some very good, talented young lads that have come through Somerset. I know Charlie Charland's moved on. That's a wide ball. Who've come through the ranks and have come through at Somerset and have sort of moved around and played some games. I know like Alfie Ogborn's been playing quite a lot in the second team, with the likes of George and Josh and Max Tui. I've seen he was down here bowling at South Africa for England before the England Lions game. So yeah, some very talented young lads in both sides actually.
Young Kean Roberts probably will be in soon.
He's just been. Has he just been selected for Bunbury?
Yeah, he's going to Bunbury in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's going with Thomas Rue and with James Travers from our side. So 3 young lads actually that are both off to Bunbury, which would be a good festival for those.
Kean's in a bit of form recently.
He scored 100
for the 2s and then went up to the 1s, had a 90 and then couldn't get 100 for Somerset last week.
Did he? At Taunton School actually. I think I saw that on social media. Didn't
yeah.
He's
in a bit of form at the moment.
Yeah, he is. And in comes Hurdy for his last ball of the 12th over. Dot ball to Matt Lieberman at long off. Mid off, sorry. Good end to the over. Again, another 2 good overs there for Bridgie. 10 and 10 they've gone. Change of bowling at the microscopic stand end, or is it still Josh Thomas?
Still Josh. He's got the ball in his hand.
Yeah. Cap off. Left arm round set. I've got a feeling it'll be now that the guys from Bridgwater, Charland and Eklund are going to look to try and push on if they can. Try and get after this.
Yeah, I don't think they want to go too early. I think one of them needs to probably take the responsibility out of the 2 of them and be like, I'm going to go. You kind of stay there.
That's a freebie, that, from Josh. across the practice pitches, picked up by Jacob. Good yards out there, to be fair. Good fielder out there, Jake. Covers lots of ground. I feel like Josh probably got away one there. Benefited bowling to the long boundary, to be fair. I reckon if that's the other side, it's 4 through pass backward point. Oh, pace off. Lovely shot from Charlon, just tucked away to George Thomas at mid wicket. 2 from 2, just going along nicely, these two.
Did you get voted in by the club today to commentate tonight? Or?
I got out. Ben, I spoke to Ben. That's a great shot. Took around the corner. I don't think that's going to be stopped, or is it? Just held up. Traced down by Justin. 2, 4 from 3. Good start to the over Bridgie this. Yeah, no, Ben Warren just said, does anybody fancy coming on to do a bit of commentating? I thought, why not? Not quite as good as Pete Trigo and Sam Dalling and those guys, but always nice to get up and... Oh, that's a lovely shot. Looks quite straight, that. Tucked away into the leg side. I was pretty happy with this, I reckon, in the 13th over.
Yeah.
Quiet over, sneak through for 5-6. Charlon's going to go big here, I reckon, leg side.
There it is.
There it is.
That
Has he got enough of it? He has.
6.
He has. Picked up for 6. There's that
Short
boundary. Picked up leg side.
There we go.
Just felt like that was where he was always looking to go, actually. Replay. Just a bit of width outside the line. Yeah. Wide of off stump. Bit of a free hit, that. Picked up lovely into the on Dartching Pavilion for 6. Takes him on to 48. Going along really nicely here, Charlon's. Tucked away to the leg side. Matt
I don't
Lever.
think he's coming back for 2.
No. Quite happily sit there for 1, take the over. Good over for Bridgie, 11 runs off it again. That's 3 good overs there. Game set up quite nicely here. 7 overs to go, 87 for 2. Bridgewater with wickets in hand, nice platform set. As Ollie Hurd continues from the river end, or the Colin Atkinson Pavilion end.
Regan just pointing out to George Thomas on the boundary, telling him to warm up next over by the looks of it.
There's a couple.
Charlon hang around for 6 more balls and then a bit of fun
Cut
against
loose.
George, I reckon.
Yeah, last 5 overs. You need to get the lights on in a minute here. Dark, isn't it? Ollie Hurd comes in once more. Charlon on 49. Wide ball.
Good take.
88 for 2. What are you going for here? What are Bridge going to get to? 150?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my predictions in another 2-3 over time. I reckon. Depends
Come
who
on,
still
stick your
is.
neck out. Come on.
It's too
What are you
early.
saying?
Yeah. These 2 stay in. I'll go 160.
Yeah, agree. Just feel like there's going to be something's got to give, and there's going to be a big boundary, or there's going to be a potential. Well, from St Andrews' perspective, a couple of wickets just slows the rate down.
Absolutely.
Whereas these two keep going along nicely. 10 and over from here gets to 158, which is easily doable on a good pitch. Short leg side boundary.
Just stay in. A few more overs.
Nudge it round for a couple more. Bold from Hurdy. Scampering one.
Chance.
Yeah, good field.
And there's the 50
Good run.
for Charlon.
Yeah, good 50 that.
3rd consecutive 50 for
Is it?
Bridgie. Yeah.
I don't reckon he's faced too many balls either, if I'm honest.
50 at Bath on Saturday, and 50 a weekend before against Bedminster. So
Good
not
form.
bad way to come back from
Good
injury.
form, yeah, not bad after having some keyhole surgery. I saw him actually when we played Bridgewater at the Wyvern, hobbling around with a dodgy knees. Come back pretty well. Back to back to back 50s. So that's gone through quite nicely. Reeg's having a look at his hand
I
there.
think
Ooh,
he's
that's
having
hurt.
a few trouble. Yeah,
Not enjoying
I know
that
that
too much, is
feeling.
he? Yeah. Yeah, you will as a
I
wicketkeeper.
fractured me thumb a few weeks ago.
There he is. Give him a look at him. Oh no, that's hurt. He'll enjoy that. He'll be watching this back later, I know, just to make sure his keeping looks good and enjoy the fact the camera's on him. Don't keep it on him for too long, please. Here he comes. Ollie Hurd, halfway through the over. Tidy start. That's a lovely shot. Dot ball. Joe Terry at backward point. throwing the ball in the dirt, try and soften it up. You had much abuse about being on this stream yet?
Let's have a look.
I've had a few messages.
I think the chairman's been messaging me from France. He's on his holiday.
Sat watching with his feet up.
Barbecue set up, iPad on, Heineken in hand.
Be nice, but it's a bit warmer and a bit sunnier than it is here.
He's trying to tell me to promote Howden's. Doors on special, £55 each.
That's a great shot, that. Eklund just punched over mid-off. Hollyhead just slightly full of the length from what he bowled so far in the over. Just chipped over the bowler, wide of mid-off. It's a lovely shot. Mid-on's not stopping that.
Here's the replay.
That's a lovely shot. Just an easy flow of the bat. Over long on, lovely. Some real momentum here from Bridgie as they move on to 95 for 2. Last ball of the 14th over. Quite a big ball in the context of this. Oh,
Wide
ball. Gets ball. Bat feels like he's missed out there, I reckon. Short and wide, trying to go up and over point.
Just needed a big point there, and it's 4 to the short boundary.
Unfortunately, just missed out. Wide ball. Extra ball gets to go again. Played nicely for 29 here. Eklund.
Just had a crying face off the chairman.
Have you?
For my comments about him in France. Heard in.
Oh, he's missed out.
Nearly
It's
the
over.
same ball.
Oh, he's nicked it.
Has he?
Has he?
No. Has he?
He's
I
done
don't
me
know
there.
what's going on
100% thought he'd nicked it. It was off, but he actually.
It was a drink.
No,
I
I think he's just after a quick drink. He's made that look very good. Bowls through to the keeper.
Snick.
Oh, no, he's livid. Oh, I'm out. Oh, no. He's absolutely sold all of us there.
I think he was ready for the umpire to put his finger up, to be honest.
Me and James in the commentary box thinking, oh, he's happy with that. He's off. No, he's just racing off to get a drink. Good effort. Change of bowling at the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. George Thomas coming on for a bowl. You'll love this, George. Come and have a bowl on the 15th over, George, against your mate from school.
Good at nearly 7s here.
Yeah.
So
Picked the rate up nicely after a slow start, going at 5s.
140, 150 up.
Yeah. Tough chase that with, you know, with field settings, no power plays, 5 bowlers, 5 overs a bowler. I mean, it'll be interesting. We've actually, personally, I would say our batting outweighs our bowling.
Yeah, I would say that you're
quite an aggressive side. Yeah, quite an aggressive lineup. I imagine it'd be Regan and Tinian at the top, followed
Tinian
by.
playing, is he?
Yeah, he's extra. I know he's long on at the moment. Broke his finger. He's down there. You probably can't see it. Broke his finger.
He's been hiding down there, hasn't he?
Yeah, broke his finger a couple of weeks ago, but he's all right. In comes George Thomas. First ball to Charland.
Oh!
He's hit it straight up in the air. Matt Liebman underneath it. Out. That is a big wicket, and he will be so happy to get rid of his mate first ball. We said 14 overs, didn't we? Charland's trying to kick on.
Yeah.
50 now. Here he comes, George. Slower ball. Charland didn't quite get it. Trying to go over to that leg side short boundary. Yeah. Safe hands, Matt Lieberman. Interesting. Might just stem the run rate now. In comes Stuart Butt, it looks like, for Bridgwater. Good 50 that though from Charland. Very well played. Yeah, he will. Got in and got out. He got out when the fun started, didn't he there?
He did.
Interesting passage of play that. Golden arm George Thomas with the wicket.
First ball as well.
Yeah, first ball against his mate. He would have been, every time I've played that they've played against each other, they are always champing at Charland wants to hit him for 6. George wants to get him out. George, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, he'll be over the moon with that. Just now means potentially a few quiet.
George and Toby laughing to themselves.
Yeah, of course they are. Toby be over the moon to be fielding down here in front of the stand with everybody in. Gets a bit stick, does Toby. Rightly deserved. I can see people in the front room heckling him, giving him a bit of stick.
Just need Eklund to hang around now.
Yeah, he needs to be the one that bats through and 60, 70, 80 not out, sets it up, but should be quite keen. Yeah.
Showing 2 new batsmen.
Yep.
Saints will mind that.
So
right?
yeah, I was going to say Taunton Andrews will be over the moon if they could get rid of Eklund as well at the other end. Wadham give me a bit of grief about my commentary. Butty's away, down to third man, scampering for 2. Well picked up by Luke Poole down there.
Is that Foster now, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah, Joe Wadham's moved away to Foster, lives in Gloucestershire, I believe. So
Played
he's
against him pre-season.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you slog him everywhere?
No, I went in long enough. I think I got our first ball today overseas.
He loves it, Joe Wadham.
Start the season off right.
Yeah. George Thomas into Eklund, who is definitely still batting, although the scoreboard says otherwise. Or bowled. Single. Oh, could be a potential run out here. Nah, we'll field it. Good cricket. Another run well bowled. George hitting the hole.
Oh, Charlin's back in.
Charlin's still in. And Eklund's back in, going strong here. George into Stuart, but I'll be trying to squeeze a few dots on him here if he can. Bowled. Good shot for 1.
Won't be able to tell you where we are through the over right now. 2 to come maybe?
Yeah, 2, maybe 1 to come. Quite over actually, which St Andrews needed.
Helped.
Yeah, St Andrews needed quite over. Bridge, you were just ticking along nicely there. 3 overs of probably going for 10 each. George is into Eklund again, off the back foot into extra cover. Good hand by Ollie Hurd. End of the over. 15 overs gone. 95 for 3. Feeling. Change of bowling, off spin of Luke Poole coming on at the river end. As little Thomas reruns his helmet out for James Regan.
Watched Thomas bat at our place Friday night for the under-19s.
Did you?
Very
Smacked a few, didn't he?
Yeah, very good player.
Me and Todd were saying just now, he's from a very talented family actually. He's very good. He's just been selected to go to Bunbury, as we spoke about, and plays a good level of squash. I want to say he played golf off single figures. And he's played first team cricket for us now for 4 or 5 games this season, and he's literally looked like he's been doing it for 10 years. 250s, score pluses, and a couple of little cameos actually.
Good.
He has been good.
I did a little umpiring stint, so I
did you?
watched
see it
him bat, just like a right-handed James, really.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Correct.
Very similar.
Yeah, it's good seeing him. I remember him. I've seen his parents throw balls at him for years when he was about 3, 4, 5 years old at the Wyvern, washing bin full of tennis balls and cricket balls, and he just spent hours whacking these balls. And now look at him. Same for both of them, to be fair. Oh. Is that a wicket? First ball? No. Oh.
Luke wasn't
James Regan's
interested
not
until
happy.
Regan started going.
Huge appeal from the bowler.
Is that down the leg side?
Stuart Butt stood with his hands on hip, says, I think he doesn't feel he's nicked that. Oh, bat and pad maybe. A little bit of daylight between bat and ball.
But he's not one to walk and tag.
Oh, that's close. Good hands. Good start though.
But he isn't walking until the umpire's fingers going up.
Good start from Luke Poole here. Bowling. I like it. Right arm around the wicket. Trying to take that short boundary out the equation. Big leg side boundary. Batters need to try and go extra cover. That's a bit of a freebie there. Out to Matt Lieberman. For 1. Yeah. This will be a big test here for Luke. With Eklund, are we looking to go reverse sweep?
Toby just coming in to fill the spot.
Change of field. 2 men moving in at point. And then Josh Thomas and Jacob Hockey out on the leg side. Back over the wicket. Interesting. Feeling he's going to be looking to go paddle sweep past Berkey's left hand here, or reverse sweep into the Conor Atkinson pavilion. Back over the wicket probably makes that a bit more doable, to be honest.
Shot.
There's the shot. Just for
Not
1 to Toby. Decent field placing. Regan's done his homework. The way Eklund's looking to play. Good start though this. Probably the over St Andrews wanted in the 16th if they can sneak it for 5 or 6. Ball into putt again. Nicked 4. Literally just changed the field. Outside edge. That's what Bridgie wanted. Yeah, correct.
Needed boundary this one.
Yeah. A little bit of width on offer, to be fair. Slightly outside half of the bat. his stick on my commentary, actually.
I've had the president message me now, telling me I'm a badger.
Tell you, I'm getting a dot ball into the offside. Finish the over. I'll tell you, I'm getting a bit of stick for. Ex-Taunton St Andrews player James Heyman offering nothing.
Bet he's got plenty to say.
Offering nothing. I'm not giving him I'm not going to give him too much airtime, should I say? I'm sure I have absolutely no doubt, as one of the biggest cricket badges there are, he will be in this ground here somewhere. And I imagined supporting Bridgwater with his good mate Steve Tinian going to open the batting for us in the second innings. As George Thomas continues from the Marcus Trescothick pavilion end. Also get a message from Charlie Williams abroad. He's sat in a bar. I don't actually know whereabouts he is, but in a different country, sat in a bar. Asked the barman, can you put the stream on for the guys? It's a great shot from Butty. One bounce out to Jacob at deep cover. It's unlucky that. Trying to go over extra cover there, Stuart. I reckon with mid-off and extra cover in the ring.
What are we thinking then, Lloyd? 4 overs left, 104 for 3.
10 and over, 140. I imagine, I don't know, but St Andrews batting lineup, anything around the 140 mark, they'd probably be quite happy with. I think they've actually done quite well here. Just Eklund's the one I feel is probably going to try and open up, go to that leg side boundary. That is a huge wicket for Taunton St Andrews, just as Eklund I thought might get going. George Thomas, full pint, off stump out the ground. George's got a golden arm, always finds a way, George. Eklund across to off stump, let's just drag that on.
Reminds me a little bit of Devitt.
Yeah.
Devitt comes onto the bowl.
Yeah, finds a way of picking up
Gets
wickets.
a wicket when you need it.
Yeah. I reckon I'm just getting a bit of inside knowledge. Tom Banton's saying that 259 is par. So I feel, for a man that knows and a man that's played here enough, Bridgie might need to get their skates on a little bit. Hopefully, a few of the guys I know, James Rue will be in Chelmsford after a day's graft in the field. I imagine he will be sat watching.
Him and Bart sat down next to each other.
Yeah, two St Andrews lads, Banton, ex-St Andrews.
Yeah, he'll be there.
He'll be there watching. They'll be sat back at the hotel, maybe. Good wicket. Who's this now?
Rue and Banton versus Bartlett.
Yep, Bridgwater, St Andrews. They both, to be fair, George and Will Smead both played when we played at first game of the season at Bridgwater.
Yeah. Yeah, Smeady's obviously
going away with 100 now, I imagine.
Yeah, he's Taunton is day. I reckon he's probably going up to Birmingham, start training and stuff.
Yeah, starts in a week or so, I imagine. 100, I think.
3rd of August, I think. So yeah.
In comes George, first ball to Roberts. Back foot into the offside, pinch a single. Good start to the over. Good start.
Much needed wicket.
Yeah,
good bowling change this, bringing on George.
Yeah, good.
2 big wickets.
Good from the captain, Justin Burke, to make the decision. Just got to feel now, Butty's going to probably be the one that's going to have to try and get him up to a competitive score if he's going to.
Hit and run works.
Happy with that. They'll be happy with that, I imagine. Yeah. Sat slightly deeper in the ring from the fielding perspective.
I think from a Saints perspective, you probably take 6 and over.
6 and over from here, 130. Quite happy with that. George into Roberts for his second ball. Full, back to the bowler, dot ball. Very good from George. Last ball the over, single figures off it. Bridgie need to find a couple of large overs here, I think. Just stalled a fraction. Run down to third man. Scampering for 2, I reckon.
Keen come back.
Quick runner.
Well
ran. Long way down there. Good over though for George in St Andrews.
108 for 4 off 17. 3 to go.
Spin still continuing from the bottom end. does the young lads Roberts play? Is he a sweeper, paddle sweeper, reverse sweeper?
Does sweep well. Very, yeah, you tell he plays a lot of hockey.
Yeah,
So
good
he
hands
does,
probably.
Does sweep well. That might be his way to go from here.
Against the off spinner, I imagine Luke's going to bowl around the wicket, try and fire it into the pads.
But he might, yeah, it's probably the best way to go actually with the boundary on the leg side.
2 minute point.
But
I
he'll
like
look
that.
to paddle, I reckon.
Yeah, and I guess paddle, or he's going to try and drop it into the leg side to a ball. Try and can. Toby and Jay Terry now change of field with 2 minute point. Captain's decided. You can have two a ball into the leg side if you fancy it. Get the sweepers off the fence. Spliced up in the air, out to deep cover. George Thomas caught. Another wicket. Stuart Butt, Luke Poole, man for the big occasion. Replay on screen, round the wicket, tossed up slightly. Trying to go over extra cover, slightly outside half of the bat. Safe hands of big George Thomas out there. Luke Poole loves the Baker Cup, always finds a way. 5 for in the last round of this. 5 for, yeah, in the last round of this against North Peverton. Sorry, 5 for against, yeah, North Peverton in the quarter final. And then a couple of wickets in the semi-final against Ilminster on the score sheet today.
Is he playing much on Saturdays?
No, he's stopped playing a bit on Saturdays. Again, he's another one that he's renovating a house. So during COVID, when he wasn't potentially working and he had all the time in the world, it was easy. And then they bought another house, and he felt he'd still be able to do that while spending all day Saturday travelling and playing cricket. So he's decided to focus on that, which is fair enough. He's also got a lovely boat.
Is it?
Yeah, based down at Waystone Full Toss. Looks missed out there. Yeah, he's got a boat that's actually quite nice to go out on. So in the British summer, the weather's nice. I imagine he's letting the young lads run around for 50 overs, and he's, I wouldn't call him a T20 specialist, but I'm sure he'd love that. Bold. Single out to deep cover. Batter's pushing for 2.
Bullcoat in now then.
Where's he going to try and... Where's he trying to hit? Interesting, they've not sent a left-hander in with a short boundary one side.
Bellinger must be next.
Yeah. Utilise the off-spinner though, left-hander. Get him up the order. Quicker ball, drag down, out to deep cover. Good hands out there. George Thomas. Sneaking through the over here, Luke Poole. Luke Poole trying to mix it up, slower ball, quicker ball. Holding in his action.
Boundary.
110 for 5, 2 balls left in the 18th. So Andrew's snuck a few quiet overs in here. That's a great shot. Paddle sweep round the corner. That's not being stopped by the man at deep square. 4 runs.
It's the boundary I was looking for.
Yeah. That's the shot you said as well. Real
in.
paddle sweep. Pretty straight, I think. Batter be happy for that.
Bit short.
Round the wicket. Probably leg stump just outside. Yeah, just a bit of a freebie that from Luke. Gives him a chance to go. Tuck it round the corner. Change of field. Deep square is going to move now further behind. Josh Thomas mid wicket moves slightly squarer. Jay Terry tucked in at mid wicket. I imagine, might be wrong, batter may look to go reverse sweep with a change of field. No, pulled into the leg side for
Get through.
4.
Shot.
Good shot. Picked up the length.
2 boundaries, turn the over.
Yeah.
Much needed. Takes us up to
118 with 2 to go. Just picked up the length quite nicely here. It's not actually that short. Timed it well. Here comes a nice slow-mo replay of wicket of Eklund. Oh, full pint. Just through him. Yeah, straight back in. I thought he might have dragged it on slightly, but George will be happy with that if you can see that later on. Nice little slow-mo, stump out the ground.
Very big wicket.
Very good. As he bowls 19th for the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion end. Be over the moon with how this has gone for George so far.
Shots.
That's a great shot.
Chelsea. 6.
Straight into the stands. First ball.
6 over long off.
6 up. Dropped in the crowd. That's an easy one as a crowd catch as well, that. Good start to the over
slot.
that. Good start. Yeah, length. Good length. as a batter on a good wicket. Hands through the ball. It's a good shot. Change of field, 45, coming up into the ring. Toby dropping back to long off. Good shot that way. Better. Hit the hole.
Two very
Single.
quick guys now between
Yeah.
wickets.
Scampering.
Singles, yeah. Well, look, can't really see many dots happening now.
Ones and twos. Big side of the boundary, they'll push for 2. Probably do again, sweeper, another 10 off.
It's always good to get a boundary first ball, yeah, take pressure off a little bit.
7 off. 7 off 2. As George Thomas comes into Roberts. 12 and out, moved along nicely. 2 boundaries in the glass.
Sure.
Just past extra covers left hand.
I think they might come back.
Scampering.
And they will.
Yeah.
Tom's very quick. He'll go as well.
2 quick runners, like you said. Made that look quite comfortable there.
Young athletic Kean and
Yeah.
PE teacher Tom.
Easily hustle back for 2.
Nine off 3 for the over then.
127 for 5, 9 balls to go. 140 definitely on. Shot. Dot ball. Oh, George, run the batter out. So content with the dot ball.
Didn't really
Long
know what was
strikers,
going on behind
third
him,
of the
did
way
he?
down. Very George Thomas, that. Very casual.
Yeah.
Long day. Full day of cricket for the under-18s. Straight to the Cooper Associates County Ground for tonight's final. As he comes in again. Bowled. Single. Oh no, don't do that. Single into the gap of cover, scamper 3 for 1.
Where are you boys to this weekend?
Away to Potton, which is a long old trek
Yeah, it's a long
to
trip.
Wiltshire, which I think they've got a minibus for, which they'll enjoy. But nice early start for the boys heading over there. Quite a big game actually. They've done well actually the last couple of weeks after a pretty average start.
We found a little bit of form.
Helps.
Well
bowled.
Well bowled.
Walcott backs away to give himself a bit of room. Could finish the over. Yeah, after a pretty poor start actually, it makes a big difference when you get the likes of Rue and Minnie Rue and George and Josh Thomas and Ollie Hurd, Jay Terry. Make a big impact not only to the first team but the whole sort of club, yeah, because it filters down and filters through. So yeah, Potton away.
How's the rest of the club looking?
Yeah, we're doing okay actually. Second's the top of the league at the moment. They came down last year. They were in the same league as you guys, weren't they?
Yeah, they're now because Freeze got promoted, so yeah. I
Yeah.
think they're in the same division now.
Yeah, they are actually. They played at your place a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Parsons, got 100 if I remember rightly. Chased down a good score. Toby Williams Thomas got 90. So yeah, the club are doing okay. Thirds and fourths do again. I feel for the thirds and the fourths because they're the guys that cop the stick when someone gets injured or players aren't available. Then they're the people that then end up taking players. Good shot.
For
Hit
1.
clean. Out to Jacob Hockey for 1. Are they going to scamper for
Oh.
2? There is a run out on the cards. The bat is out. Good piece of work in the deep from Jacob Hockey there. Ordered by the bowler. Good hand from Reed. Regulation for him. Wicket 128 for 6.
Buckinghamshire might be coming in now.
Be a good
The left-hander.
good decision from the captain if he does.
You have 5 balls, Tom.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a licence to the short boundary.
I think this is him coming out.
Steve Roberts has run out by a fantastic throw by Jacob Hockey.
I do. Good cricketer as a background actually. He's probably got you before in the past, Joe, a few times I can imagine.
He took the game away from us a little bit in the national knockout.
Did he? Yeah, you guys played them, didn't you, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, in the national knockout last 16, so it was good.
Did he give it a whack?
Yeah, come in about 5, lost a few wickets. I wouldn't say they're under pressure, but it's if he come in and then you got him early and it's like, you know, we've got, I think Neil Clark might have been in next.
Good, play a good brand of cricket possible.
Yeah, he just come out and just, I think from ball 1, just took it to all parts of the ground.
We played them at our place, we got 275 on a very good pitch and we were quite happy with it. They chased it in 30 overs.
Yeah, they don't hang around.
Yeah, they don't. Just smacked it from the start. Jake Goodwin got 100. Well, that's
Could be first ball 6.
ball.
There it is.
Low full toss. It's the benefit of the left-hander, see? Usually it might be ruined not getting him up the order a little bit earlier against the off-spin, but
That's the replay.
good start. Good start. 1-3-5. 4 balls to go. I've got a feeling. It's a little low for the toss, picked up lovely by Bellinger for 6.
That's his part.
That's his area, is it?
The mid-wicket, yeah. Picks up length very well.
Yeah. I feel that Luke needs to try and hit the wide line here. Try and utilise that long offside boundary. Do not give him a chance to get his hands through that ball to go to that short boundary like that.
Is that 4?
It is. 4. 4. Good finish from Bridgie this, up to 139. 3 balls to go.
Always risky bowling spin, I think, in the last couple overs of T20.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's one of those.
Again, if there's 2 right-handers in,
yeah,
again you can't help the run out, but I think that short leg side boundary just gives Bellinger a bit of a free licence. That's well bowled. That. Oh, it's 6, I reckon, over long on.
6
more. Good striking.
Bellinger, 6 for 6.
Good striking. Good momentum this to finish the innings.
Here's the replay. Cow corner. There's a long on.
It's actually unlucky that. It's a great shot. It's actually probably not too far away, that, Luke, from being where he wants it to be, but good pick up from Bellinger. 1-4-5 for 6. Well bowled. Oh,
Again.
6 more.
Shot bells.
Caught in the crowd. 6-er. 150.
6-6.
What a way to finish the innings this is.
Should have gone up the order, buddy.
That left-hander utilising 22 off 4 balls. 6-6-4-6.
So, another 6 here.
Good striking. 150. Change of momentum.
Step cross. There it is.
Done it again. That's massive. That's actually
Right.
off the roof. Good finish from Bridgwater that.
Don't mind that, bells.
259, so. Thanks. Close, Bance.
Did I say 160?
You said
or did I say
160.
140?
Either way. That now applies a little bit of pressure.
28 off the last over, yeah?
A little bit of pressure though, coming into the second innings. Taunton Andrew look to come out and chase these down. Right, we will be back in 5 or 10 minutes or so when the second innings starts.
Finish at 157 for 6 off their 20. Opening the batting for Taunton is James Regan and Steve Tinian. Bowling from Ravenne is Max Tui.
Here we are back for the start of the second innings. Max Tui opening the bowling to James Regan. Far wide first ball, just sliding down the leg side. Steve Tinian takes guard.
Early wicket here would be lovely, please, Tui.
Two quite aggressive batters. Started off against left arm spinner Max Tui. Talented lad, this Max Tui, nice bowler actually.
Ooh.
So, single into the offside. Steve Tinian and James Regan, two very quick runners between the wicket. Look to scamper where they can.
That was a very quick break, Lloyd.
Very quick. Stairs are a lot.
That's Tui blowing.
There's a lot more stairs than you think running up and down there. Tui's into James Regan. Second ball. Low full toss, punch down the ground to long off for one. We're looking to get away earlier. A couple of boundaries. Need 8 and over from the start.
Yeah, that's a very good, going back to that last over, Bellinger coming in, very good end. Got us up 154, 157, that's what we needed.
Yeah. I think these two against two look to be relatively smart. Short offside boundary, only width, they'll try and get away, but I can't see them looking to take on that huge leg side boundary. I might be completely wrong because Reed says I have a mind of his own against the spin early doors. Cup final. Tucked away in the leg side, short of.
Oh no, it's
45.
Might be 3.
It's going back for 2.
Good chase by Bellinger.
Past Bellinger, the guy that played quite beautifully there at the end. To get Bridgwater up to a competitive 157. So he looks to complete the last over. James Regan.
Oh, that's
That
out.
looks very,
That is
very
out.
close.
Oh my God. What?
I mean, I don't think James, sat next to me, is very happy with the decision there.
As a keeper as well, you're going up for everything. Unless he's hit that.
Here comes the replay. This will be an interesting one to see. Max Tui sliding it on with a new ball. Oh, good decision actually. Just sliding. Just sliding.
Oh, not convinced.
Definitely reviewing that if you get the opportunity.
Jeez. Bit of a lifeline, I would say.
Might be a bit of luck that James Regan needs actually. Although he is, I say this, definitely putting the mockers on him. He's in actually very good nick. Scored a good 100 against Bridgwater actually only a few weeks ago. Didn't get quite so many the week just gone. Bounced out actually, which the boys will enjoy for anyone that's listening or watching it back. As Chris Singleton comes in from the Marcus Trescothick pavilion end, bowling to Steve Tinian. Mandatory 5 in the ring.
Very wide stance by Tinian.
Trying to hit this from the leg side.
3B,
First side full toss, first cloth into the leg side. James Regan will come back for 2.
Charland trying to get across.
Yep, picked up by Charland.
No balls. It's hard to tell from there. I think we could
Looking for a run out there.
Umpire head
Eckland.
down still.
Marking his cardlet.
I think he might have realised that bloody decision on the last over.
A couple of messages saying that they think that's sliding actually. Oh, man down. Backward point. Singleton looked to try and run it across the right-handers, slower balls into the pitch, I imagine. 2 men out leg side. Deep cover, third man. Comes into Tinian. Oh, that is what Tinian wants. That is disappearing into the car park. Over the Ondarchi Pavilion for 6.
Cars parked down there.
There will be a few people sat in the stands thinking, please get down. But again, just to start, Steve Tinian he likes getting away early, these two. Helpful when you get a little low full toss. Out comes Mr. Kerslake with a new set of balls.
But he's just making sure they pick the right one.
Can you get me a brand new one, or can you get me an older one?
It's only 8 balls old.
Just had a message from Polly Rhodes, Somerset scorer watching on in Chelmsford. After a long day's scoring. Feet up with a glass of wine, I hope, Polly. Previous Taunton St Andrews scorer just stepped away from doing it now to concentrate on Somerset because there is so much cricket. So I hope you're enjoying your evening, Polly.
Wide ball.
Short and wide from Singleton. Wide ball.
Need a bit of a reply on this.
Yeah, good start this from St Andrews, 16 after 1.2. Singleton, good yard of pace, probably try and bowl it into the pitch, mix it up, slower balls. Bouncers try and get top edge, court leg side. Oh, picked up. 4. Wide of mid on. Charlin's not stopping that. Second boundary for Steve Tinian in the over.
We can lose one more out of the ring
Yeah.
if needed. So
5 in the ring. Stick to the same field. Captain's now sending long on back. Just the start Taunton St Andrews would have wanted, with there being no power play, only 4 men mandatory in the ring. It's quite hard to get away sometimes at the start, so this is just what they wanted.
catch.
Is that out? No, short of the man. That long boundary out there, outside half of the back. Tinian disappointed. Trying to go a bit straighter than that. Good start from Tinian, 15 off, probably a hand for deliveries. James Regan's first ball to the left arm seamer. Drop and run. Oh, this could be a tight run out.
Oh.
Fumble. Fumble.
Message from Colsey.
What's he saying?
Salty, you are boring.
Is he here watching? He's definitely at home, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely at home.
Definitely.
Probably sat on the sofa with a fruit salad again, I expect. Injured.
He's definitely not. He's not local though, Coles, is he? Fruitway.
Warminster, yeah.
He ain't coming down here on a cold Monday night, I know. Don't blame you, Colesy, to be fair. Singleton in to Tinian.
Cat.
Who's just managed to get that down to third man. Outside half, could have gone anywhere. Completes the over. 23 for none after 2. Tinian looking like he's trying to hit every ball to that leg side boundary.
I think he's almost got a licence for it there. A little bit,
I agree. Short boundary one side.
Go aggressive, trying to take the game away from us quite early here.
Yeah. I think that's the plan.
A lot of work to do for the bowlers.
Yeah. Yeah, just make a dent in one. I think 157 is one of those scores. If you can get a few away early, get 8, 9, 10 and over in the first 5 or 6, just gives you a bit more of a chance to take a bit more time in the middle. Change of bowling.
Seth Lock, young Seth.
What are we going to get from Seth Lock?
A lot of variation.
Yeah.
Likes to mix up his bowling. Won't bowl six deliveries the same. A few cutters, slower balls. But got a good slower ball in him, to be fair to him.
Field spread, 4 in the ring as he comes into Steve Tinian. Short ball first up, well bowled and well played.
One for the over.
Yeah. To be fair, it's a good plan that. If you're quick enough to get it up there, 2 men out leg side, big boundary. Make sure the batter's got to try and find a way to get that ball. If he's not taking on the pull or the hook, how else are you going to score? So Nice start from bowler, keeps the batter honest. He comes in again to Steve Tinian for his second ball. Maybe a wide, but it is.
Seth will try and play with the batsman a lot. And
Will he?
Bit
Bit mind games.
Foot movement there from Tinian.
Yeah.
I think Seth tried to push it away from him, but unfortunately just pushing it a bit too wide there.
Very proactive Tinian in the first 2 overs. Lots of moving around. I reckon he's trying to go offside here. That's another wide. Got a feeling Tinian's looking to try and go anywhere from point over mid-off with a field set. Clearing that front leg. Destructive batsman, Steve Tinian. Loves the pink ball. Oh, where's that gone? That is a big nudge. That's 6 to the big boundary lap. That is a good shot. Staying leg side of the ball, deep in his crease. Deep again, clear that front leg. Yeah, nice, lovely pickup. Good hockey player, Tinian. Good hands. Good start from these two. James Regan 5 not out. Steve Tinian moves on to 22 pretty quickly. Moving around again. And
Catch.
hit it
Oh, take. Great
straight
take.
to point. Bowler's happy with that. Catch by the man on the boundary.
Take by Kean Roberts on the boundary there. Very good boundary fielder, Kean.
Not what Steve Tinian wanted. Trying to utilise that short boundary, but just didn't quite get it straight enough. Gobbled up on the fence. 30 for 1. The wicket Bridgwater wanted.
Much needed. Good start by Saints. 31 on 15 balls.
In comes the very talented Josh Thomas, left-handed batter. He's got a quite beautiful 100 at the weekend. 115 off 100-ish balls. Him and his brother both scored hundreds, but yeah, left-hander just been picked up. Played in the Super 4, scored 100 last week in that. 100 at the weekend. Famous last words, but hitting the ball quite nicely. I have no doubt, no doubt.
Did see the
Put the
two
mockers on
Thomases
it.
get some runs.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good players.
Another talented family.
New batter for St Andrews is Josh Thomas.
Big wicket. Be interesting to see. I can't imagine the way that these lads play. The younger generation, as they call them. Will probably just get going from ball 1 if he gets a chance. As he comes into Josh's first ball. Blocked into the offside. Scampered single. James Regan needs to go.
Jesus,
well,
buzzards.
nearly wiped him out. Well, backed up on the boundary.
2, he won't hold him back then.
No. Oh, there's another run coming in.
No. Dead ball.
Eventful single.
Colsey's just messaged again. Correct, it's too cold to travel down, Lloyd.
He's not silly, is he?
No. Top ball, but he's scampering round.
Dot ball. Good over this.
Good reply.
Pegged it back nicely.
Yeah, good reply from Seth. Couple wides in the 6. So another wicket.
Yeah, makes it interesting. 32 for 1. Last ball of the 3rd over. James Regan looked to get a single and get away. Get through the offside to the sweeper. Good over that for Bridgwater. 33 for 1. Singleton for his 2nd over from the Trescothick Pavilion end.
Got the president messaging me stickers. Tired.
Watching the cricket. Loves it.
I hope he's down there somewhere. Probably still hungover from Bath at the weekend.
Nev. Good old Nev. Singleton into Regan. Oh, that's a great shot. Down the pitch, couple of steps down the pitch.
6.
Smashed into the seats. Lovely shot from Reeves. Holds his shape lovely, couple steps down the ground. Straight over the bowler's head. Just what he needs to get going, I think. A few singles. Likes to get a couple of boundaries away where he can. Early doors. Just to see the way single goes here. Just going into the pitch, maybe pace off. Mistimed from Reegs. Try and get it hit it straight up. Slower ball. Well played. Pace off. Drop into the leg side for a single. We'll bolt that. Good comeback. Brings young Josh Thomas on to strike. Singleton into Thomas. Slow ball, played into the offside. Time from Josh.
I think you're boundarying over and a couple of singles will just
Help get a bit
slowly
closer.
creep the score up.
Yeah. Helps from Tinney in there to get the guys off to a decent start. Actually, just allows Reegs to get a bit more time, face a few more balls. I said 160, 8 and over with only 4 men in the ring is actually quite a tough start, so you almost need someone to just try and get the ball away early. Relieve a bit of the pressure off the batters. Oh, that's a big shot. Definitely wasn't quite that correct, Reegs, but like the intent. Who else will bowl for you guys then, James?
Belly will come on to bowl.
Offies, Allcoat, Balsam,
Allcoat,
Seamers.
yeah.
Mix the pace up.
Kean might even bowl.
I suppose you only really need 4 bowlers in this, though, to be fair. Pace off, scampered single to Butty.
Charlotte won't bowl, Des won't bowl. What's he saying? So Seth, Tui,
Allcoat warming up at deep cover
singles
of deep
and
square.
Kean maybe as well.
Be interesting to see how they go with the left right hand and that short boundary one side. Nightmare for the captain, as you saw from the way the innings was finished by Bellinger. Hit the ball lovely. That's wide, I think. Yeah, interesting. I like that. I like the fine leg up. Interesting, but I like that approach. Big boundary one side to left hander. Say, if you can hit me out there for 6, fair enough.
Where does your batting lineup go from here? George in next?
Yeah, I think we'll go
Toby?
George Thomas at 4, Jay Terry at 5, Toby at 6. I'm amazed. I was speaking to Bold.
How's that?
Nice
Nicked
nick.
out, yeah.
Yeah, big wicket, big wicket.
Very good.
Yeah, just
Needed
rolled his
that.
fingers.
Yeah, I did think
Side.
that just popped off.
Just
the
off a
pitch
length,
little
a
bit.
little bit of extra bounce. Thin edge through to the
Replay coming
keeper.
in.
Informed man goes. Oh, it's
Yeah.
wide as well, that.
Josh Thomas.
Keeper's happy with that.
Outside Mecca start taking some catches really on it.
There we go. Josh Thomas on his way back. Man in form. Perhaps not as he'd like, but in comes older brother G.
Incoming batter is George Thomas.
I think me
Big
and
wicket.
Eckers have had our fair share of dollies dropped this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, get a bit of stick off each other. Everyone else giving us stick.
It's only right, innit? Keeper's dropping catches.
Yeah,
with the
that's
gloves
right.
on there, he's happy with that. Look, Keepers Union. The someone's just messaging. Will James Regan score more runs for Bridgwater than he has for St Andrews this year? Maybe somebody knows something that we don't. Yeah, like Reeves to go and sign for Bridgwater.
He signed, done a five-a-side
Yeah.
on a Monday night, and
Said
then
the football wasn't up to it.
that was it.
Didn't fancy it. Good start this. A couple of quieter overs there. Bridgwater just pegged it back a little. So now we just need to just tick along for a few here. Oh! That's well done.
God, that's well done. Yeah.
That's
Tell you
that.
what, view up here is lovely.
Lovely. Yeah, not many better in the ground than this, to be fair. Max Waller. Ex-Bridgwater legend.
Plays down St Justin, doesn't
Yeah, he does.
he? He's falling asleep through them.
Oh, that's
Yes!
That's another wicket.
wicket.
That's out. Fine edge.
Ooh.
Interesting. 40 for 3.
There we go.
Game on.
Tell you what, Eccles got some glue on those
Yeah,
gloves
he
down
has.
there.
It's
He
melting
had a
in.
couple at the weekend.
Melting in. Disappointed there, Reeks.
Big wicket that. George
Yeah.
hasn't faced a ball yet either, I don't think,
No.
has he?
2 brand new batters. Toby coming in at 5. Made the change. As Reeks departs. Be interesting to see how this goes. That's good. Good couple of overs this for Bridgie. Pegged it right back after being 30 for none after 2.1. 40 for 3. Massive game on.
Chairman getting stuck in from France.
Is he?
He's a nightmare.
Now, this will be an interesting phase. You have no idea what you could get from Toby.
Yeah, this is. I could be 6 or out. I don't
One of
think, because him and George both haven't faced a ball yet. Is he the type of guy to just try and give himself a couple of balls?
Yeah.
No,
Well, God knows. God knows. He's been buzzing for this for about 3 days. So, talented, hits the ball as hard as anyone I've actually played with, Toby, but also the sort of guy that's a great shot. Pass back with points left hand. Just for 1, and he's away. Yeah, hits the ball really clean, really positive against spin. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But yeah, he's been itching for this. But George Thomas, I feel, big wicket in the next phase of this game. If Bridgwater to get George out cheaply, makes a massive, massive hole and a long way for Taunton Andrews to get back. Although the stalwart Justin Burt will have his pads on soon. Bance wanted him to open the batting, didn't get his wish. First ball to George Thomas. That's a great shot. Pulled away into the leg side.
Yeah.
4. Plays the short ball. Again, famous last words, but he plays the short ball very well. Does George Thomas. Getting a bit of stick from my darts group here. Madhouse Mollies are having a field day.
She played down Molly Malone's, didn't
Yeah, Molly Malone's Thursday night darts. Bottled relegation this year. As in he comes again to George Thomas. Full of a length, driven down the ground lovely by George.
Had a message from umpire Darren Taylor.
What was he saying that first? He said that first one was sliding, didn't he? That was a
He'd have given it, it'd been straight up. Commentary is your dream job. Talk to your heart's content. Sounds about right.
Last ball, the 5th, 49 for 3, and he comes to Toby very deep in the crease. Oh, he's nicked it. That's 4. He's not stopping that.
It's 4.
It's unlucky that from the bowler. Thick outside edge, quickly to the short side of the boundary. 4.
Good end to the over.
Good end. 9 off the last 3 balls. Trying to wrestle back a bit of momentum after a couple of quick wickets.
Single staying on here.
Definitely said bottled relegation when I meant bottled promotion for the darts lads. Definitely getting picked up on that as well. Sorry, chaps. Singleton continues from the Marcus Trescothick pavilion end. 50 for 3. Left arm over to George Thomas. Skidmore trots back to, strolls back to long off. One of the most underrated cricketers I've ever played against, Chris Skidmore.
Very good player.
Very, very unlucky to not potentially get something out of when he played.
Full
Shot.
toss.
That's a great hand. Is he going to cut that off?
No, it's
Well fielded. Yeah, it's well fielded. Good save from that man Skidmore.
Save 2 there.
Save 2. Well fielded.
Yeah, very good player. That's someone that will take the game away from you.
Yeah, it was very good.
Before you know it.
We were talking about it earlier. He played in the Unicorn side, run by Somerset and Taunton Andrews legend Keith Parsons. Did really well in a couple of games. Nearly won the game at Lords against Middlesex, remember? 2 for not very many. Oh, that's 4. Nice tickle. George Thomas getting into his work quickly here. 11 off 4 balls. Just feel lost 3 wickets, whereas Bridgwater in a similar position, but St Andrews just managed to get a few boundaries away a bit earlier here.
Yeah. I think we were 67 off 11, I think, so.
Nothing stupid needed. I'll tell you one thing that George Thomas does have is he's got a very smart head on his shoulder actually for a young lad. Very, very smart cricketer. He's belted that through the offside.
Yeah,
To the sweeper. Yeah, he does. Out to the sweeper there. Deep
Very
cover for
laid
one.
back as well. He's
Yeah.
like,
Nearly horizontal.
yeah, whenever I've spoken to him, he's just very
chilled.
very chilled about life.
Yeah, very chilled. Never let too phased by much. Again, he's him and Josh, another talented family. His brother plays up in Bristol, Golden Hill. His brother was in the books at Bath Rugby. 4 lads. Singleton in against Toby Williams-Thomas. That might be a wide, I'm afraid. And it is. Good over this, actually, after a couple of quick wickets. Just what St Andrews needed.
I think I might be looking to go spin if it was.
If it's you.
Face off.
2 right-handers, definitely.
I think Tui from this end.
From this end?
Yeah.
Short leg side boundary?
Left arm away there, isn't it? I'm not saying it's turning, it might not be, but...
Well played from Toby. Sweeper out there is quick across the turf, to be fair.
I think Tui would probably push it away a little bit more than Bellinger.
Give him no width. Oh, what? Go Bellinger at the bottom end.
Bellinger from the river end.
Yeah.
Tui from this end. Yeah, like, it's one of those things that'll either come off or it won't it?
Yeah.
From a bowling point of view.
Make the change if it doesn't work quickly. Whip him out the attack. Not short bowling options, to be fair. Singleton into Thomas. Well played. Punch down the ground, is it a single? Yes, it is a single. Butty not happy at extra cover. Apologises to his bowler. Sorry, sir. 1 ball left in the over.
Going at nearly 11, is it?
Yeah. Last ball of the over from Singleton into Toby Williams-Thomas. Deeper, look at Beepy's in the crease there. Pace off. Single to finish the over. 63 for 3 after 6. Game on. I think you might have called it right. Change of bowling. Looks like Max Tui's coming on.
Staying from the river end.
Yep. Try and sneak a couple of quiet overs.
Be nice.
If they can.
Change of bowling at the river end, it's Max Tui.
Interesting to see how George plays this.
Yeah.
2 men out leg side, big boundary.
Asking the bench for some.
He's not happy about something here.
Well, I think he's asking what it was doing early doors to probably read.
Any chance of it spinning?
Continue.
Yeah, used pitch. It'd be interesting to see if it spins actually. Didn't really spin in the first couple, but with that new ball, it generally just slides on.
Same pitch from the county championship.
Champo game against Yorkshire. Yeah. Don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know if Max Tui gives it a real rip or if it's more trying to slide it on with the arm. It looks like it gives it a good lick, to be fair.
Interesting fielding position in the ring there.
Try and bowl quite quick and flat at the sticks. Protect that offside. 2's into the leg side if they can. 3 men out. Try and protect that short extra cover region. Oh, he's nicked
4.
it. That's 4. It's unlucky that as a bowler. Slightly short. Not quite sure that's exactly where George wanted to hit it, but he'll take it.
Taken.
Correct. George Thomas quickly on to 17. Tui again. Blocked into the offside. Oh, there's a run now. Now they can pinch a single. Misfield at backward point. Merv in there, isn't it?
Yeah. Still going.
Still going.
Past 9,000 runs at the weekend.
Scored lots and lots of runs. I've been on the back end of his bat on a lot of occasions, actually. Very good cricketer, Merv.
Very good player.
This could be interesting passage here against Toby. Try and go straight down the ground. Nice. Tucked into the leg side. Long way out there. Could be 2. Should be 2. Is 2. Keeper. Throw to the keeper's end. Oi, good take from the keeper. Fizzes off the square. Toby back for 2. Moves on to 10.
Could, yeah, I was going to say, could come off a little bit. They sat a little bit too deep. I know Tinian went
tough.
over there, but
famous last words, but I don't think Toby will try and go leg side. If anything, I feel he might try and go Colin Atkinson pavilion. Extra cover. with a left arm spin.
Toby downtown, isn't it?
Yeah. But again, he might just go back into it. Yeah, dropped into the offside for a single.
Good single.
Again, I feel Max Tui's probably going to be the one that will be your best bowler here. Doesn't give you very much. Bit of cat and mouse with George Thomas. A little bit of spin.
Toby halfway
No rush
down.
through it.
Oh.
End of the over.
Go in there then.
71 for 3 after 7. Still going along at 10s.
Ulco on. Yeah.
What's the equation? 87 off 86, 70. 87 off 78, just over 6s. Interesting, runs on the board. Always interesting.
Always interesting.
In a final especially. Big occasion, lots of people in watching.
Good crowding.
Yeah, it's a good crowd. You do always get a good crowd in here, Baker Cup. I think there's quite a lot of people sat right underneath us in the Marcus Trescothick Pavilion. Stand even.
So a lot of the Saints fans down below us.
Yeah, a lot of Saints fans, a lot of Bridgie fans to the left-hand side, but some big cameras out. All coat. Similar bowler to Lock, bowl at the other end.
Yeah,
not as much
fair.
pace. Try and mix it up. A few cutters, slower balls into the pitch.
They're just lining late for it, I think.
Well played. Well fielded a backward point. Tui in there.
A nice 4-for at the weekend.
Did he?
Ulco at Bath, yeah. Bowled well. 10 straight for, I think, 4 for 30 something.
Good side, Bath.
Yeah, very good. Very strong.
Box office team. Lots of
That's so deep.
high profile. Yeah.
It's like
Harry
a-
Ellison, one of the best Whipple cricketers. I think bats down at 7 or 8.
Yeah, coming at 6 at the weekend.
Yeah.
But,
Says a lot about how good a side they've got. Proper players there, haven't they?
Yeah.
We played Pretoria's got a big 100 against us. In second game of the season, we played them at home, and then I think Ben Wells or Sam Young got 100 against us 2 weeks ago.
very good players.
Very, very good. All coats into Williams Thomas, pitched up.
Oh, Toby liked the look
to
of
the leg
that,
side,
didn't
yeah.
he?
trying to go over long off, dragged into the leg side, clothed into the leg side for a single. Brings GT back on strike. 18 going along nicely. Just need to find run a ball, nothing stupid.
Big week for Mr. Ulco, getting married on Thursday.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's good from him. See, who gets married in the cricket season?
Do it on a Thursday.
Sure.
Then he's got his honeymoon
Yeah.
Sunday. So he will.
Yeah,
miss a week.
they will. What? But plays on Saturday. Married Thursday, plays cricket Saturday, goes away Sunday.
Absolutely.
What a bloke.
I think his honeymoon was originally meant to be Saturday, just Saturday.
He's definitely changed that, hasn't he?
The missus said to him, I've had an email from the airline saying our flights have changed Sunday to Sunday.
But he's disappointed.
I think he was disappointed. No.
Game of cricket with the lads on the Saturday. Into Toby Williams Thomas, pitched up,
Shot for 1.
backward point, dab down to third man for a single. Yeah, good effort. Too many weddings at Taunton St Andrews in the summer. Mr. Clatworthy got married a couple of weeks ago.
Good old Jotty, sat
Yeah,
down below.
sat down below, I imagine. With the rest of the fan base,
front row
Clatworthy,
on the
Contreras, Paul, Bryce, Graydon, Jordan Lee, Clappy, Ben Wolford. All go into George Thomas. That's what bowled that. Hits the hole.
Good over.
Very good. Quiet over. Just creeps the run rate up to 7 and over now.
Done his
Good
bat by
passage
the
of
looks
play.
it.
Oh no.
Toe gone.
Number 1's gone.
Tui to continue from the river end. Might be a bit of a delay, waiting for a new bat.
Change of bat. Yeah. Got to go all the way around to the
It's gonna
Dartshire, haven't they? Unless he's got a couple of other spares lying around.
No floodlights still.
Yeah, I know. I don't think, I might be wrong, but Taunton St Andrews versus Bridgwater is going to be getting the floodlights. Ben Moran, what's the chance of getting these floodlights on?
Nil bar.
Absolutely none. To be fair play to Somerset, they always allow this competition to play here. The batter's on the screen's just taken off. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's broken his bat. Here we are. Sponsors be happy with that. Look at that. 4 kudos bats on show.
Take your pick.
Is that not one that he's just broken?
No, just another one taped
Another
up.
one we taped up at the bottom. Yeah, fair play. The club are always good, to be fair. Played in this competition for a long time and been able to play the final here. Scott and the ground staff. Very good of us.
This is one of our
First Bay Cup finals. Yeah, we beat you boys in the semi-finals last year at Taunton Dean. Yeah, it's a good effort. Like playing on the same wicket they use in a championship game. It's a good effort. You don't get that in many other clubs in a similar competition around the country, I don't reckon. Tui's continuing. A couple of singles so far. Sorry, a single so far. 75 for 3 after 8. 7 and over. 1 boundary and over. Dot ball. 1 boundary and over. A bit of smart cricket. Hopefully Taunton St Andrews get over the line, but set up to be a good finish. Away to the offside. Out to the sweeper for 1. Another good over this so far. 3 balls, 2 singles. Toby be itching to have a go there.
He's going to take it on it.
Well, I feel it wants to go Trade Nation scoreboard, but to be fair to Max Tui, he's actually bowled
Go on, Bells.
very straight and given them absolutely
Tiny.
no width to work with. Just spearing it into the pads, tight field offside. You've got to take it on and get all of it if you're going to actually clear the boundaries.
I'd like to see Bellinger come on and bowl here.
This end? Or the bottom end?
I would probably say the bottom end after Tui.
Yeah,
Protect
I think
the boundary.
makes sense. Big boundary leg side.
I think it might go Allcoat and Kean from this end.
Yeah, rotate the seamers from this end, spin at the bottom end. Left-hander to come in next, which would make it interesting. Two into Thomas, last ball of the 9th. Hit to extra cover, scamper single. Good over from Tui, 3 runs off it. Run rate just creeping up from 6.5 up to 7.5 now nearly.
80 off of 11.
66. Still, 7 wickets in hand. Some destructive players still to
Good
come.
platform.
Yeah. Again, you just feel a couple of tight overs, but a couple of boundaries. Free the game up. A couple of tight overs from Bridges, just squeeze a bit. Like
Very good chance if George stays in.
Yeah. Scoreboard pressure. Every tight over that goes by. Just keep checking that scoreboard. But Allcoat into George Thomas for the start of the 10th.
It's well bowled.
Oh, drop catch. How costly a miss is that going to be? Just trying to work it through mid.
Was that drop?
Mid
Was
on, yeah. Leading
it?
edge.
Didn't know if
That's
it was a bunk
Allcoat.
ball.
Feeling, judging by Eklund's reaction at that. It's just
Took a
gone
good
back.
caught and bowled at the weekend at Bath actually. Get Sam Young out.
Did he?
Yeah, one-handed. I think he was a bit surprised. Into bowl.
To Thomas.
There we are. That's
you
the
go.
wicket we needed.
Might have dropped in the ball before, but
That was
big wicket.
almost a replay of how George got Eklund
Yeah,
out.
it is.
Actually.
It is. And that's what just a few tight overs. That's what scoreboard pressure just does.
Needed that one.
A few tight overs,
Here's
just
the replay.
applying a bit of pressure. Yeah, big
Let's
shot.
just jack back.
Bowlers
a
over the
little bit.
moon.
Allcoat's loving
Keeper's
life.
happy.
George Thomas has bowled right on Allcoat for 21.
Jay Terry. Young lad Jay Terry. Again, another good cricketer opening the batting today for Somerset under 18s. Not out overnight actually, I think.
Joe Terry.
Somerset quite happy to let him go then and play
Yeah,
tonight.
quite happy. They don't. Yeah, I don't think. To be fair, I don't think there's. Much chance of you stopping them playing if they get a chance to play at the county ground in a cup final. Bit of work to do here for Jay Terry. Scored some important runs actually for us so far in the league. Could perhaps do with him doing the same again here.
You've got left to come now. Jacob Hockey,
Yeah, Jacob
Luke.
Hockey, bat 8, Luke Port 9, Matt Liebman 10,
Justin 11.
Justin Burke 11, yeah. Big wicket. Someone needs to just play quite a decent role here for the next few overs.
Yeah.
Take it deep, 14, 15 overs, tick it along nicely. Bridgwater hunting for wickets. First ball to Jay Terry, all coat in.
Ooh, leave. Leave outside your stump.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Technically very good, Jay Terry. Hits the ball nicely, times it well. Very good square of the wicket. Use the pace, try and go either side of backward point if you can.
I think the left-right hand combination here
Yeah,
quite
makes it
well.
difficult.
Definitely like earlier than what, well, we didn't have Bellinger in until the 20th over, but
Yeah. But
bold.
Couple of back-to-back tight overs here. Just squeezing a little bit. Yeah, this is where Jay Terry's our last left-hander, so be interested to see how they go against. See Tui spinning it into his arc. Interesting phase. It's all coached in. Tucked into the leg side for a single, out to the sweeper. .78 for 4. Last ball of the 10th incoming. Toby Williams Thomas on strike. 13 not out. All coat in. Tucked into mid wicket for a single.
Single.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another good over. Couple of quiet overs here from Bridgwater.
80 for 4 at the halfway stage.
Yeah. Similar
78 needed, so
similar setup to how it was.
I think
Bridgwater
we
were
were
3 down, but yeah, similar situation in where they were first half. That big
so we
finish.
were actually 56 for 2 at the end of 10. So
Just slightly further ahead, couple of wickets in hand. That
yeah, the
that
wickets
big
in hand
wicket,
help
that
you, don't they?
yeah, that big last over made a big difference in 140 to 160.
Higgy sneaked himself up here.
A few people snuck up for a look.
Bellinger on to bowl now.
That's what you thought might happen. Bellinger
Yeah.
bowling at the river end.
He's still got 2 left as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Save a couple near the end. It's hard getting after seam, big boundary. Bellinger going away from the left-hander. Just feel Allcoat and Mac 2 have just tied the game down quite nicely there for Bridgwater. So Taunton and Andrews need to find a way.
Oh, bowler. Run him
Out
out.
the bowling.
Oh,
Well backed up.
back down, man.
They just found a way to
Toby
just
didn't
tie the
fancy
batters
that.
down here. Toby be itching to have a go. Jay Terry new in to the crease.
I think from history, Toby does like to take belly on.
Yeah, he likes
Very
to take
short
any
at the
spinner
Wyvern,
on.
isn't it? Straight.
Yeah.
To be fair, and Bridgie as well.
It's good pace though, that for Bellinger. Not giving Toby wants to run at him. Run at him and try and go.
Belly's bowled a lot of balls at Toby.
Yeah.
Through the under 19 comp.
Can't
stuff.
I can't imagine he's going to toss too many up if I'm honest. But over to you, Toby, if you're going to take it on. Tucked into the leg side for a single.
Good start to the over, 1 off 3. Run rate climbing every ball here. Just need a boundary, I think, to take the pressure off. I think Jay might eye up that short boundary, cow corner.
Set the field.
Field set.
3 men out leg side, long on. Deep mid wicket, deep square, just behind. Interesting. With the pacey bowls. Yeah, move backward point a bit
I was
square.
gonna
a
say,
bit
yeah.
finer. Use the pace, 2 men at point. Butty across mid wicket. Protect the leg side boundary. Quite short. There's probably not going to be able to get 2 in there. Deep cover quite straight. As Bellinger's in.
Just
Dragged into the leg side for a single. This is where, though, left-right hand combinations annoying as a fielder and a captain.
Yeah.
Especially if you're running all the way out to deep the wicket into point. 2 off the first 4 balls though.
Bowl bells.
Dot ball. Pressure building a bit on Toby here. Can just feel that he's just looking to want to try and get on with it.
I think as the set batsman as well, I think he just needs to hang around
Yeah.
for a little bit longer before he starts going. Just got plenty of time.
Agree.
Run rate now up over 8. ball.
Dot ball.
Good over.
Good over.
2 from
Good
it.
fit.
Not happy with that
Toby
one.
whacks the pad.
One with the pad.
Yeah. Just where. Thomas wicket. On screen now. One that all the Bridgie fans will love to see. One that all the Taunton St Andrews fans, George Thomas in particular,
Steps across, covers his wickets.
Yeah. Trying to go to that short boundary. That's literally a carbon copy of George's wicket.
Okay, very happy with that.
Yeah, he is. Big wicket. Big wicket.
No worse feeling as a batsman. Go for the big one.
Yep.
All you can hear is just the ball hit the bells.
Nothing worse than that.
Just got
Death
to walk
rattle.
off.
Pick your poles up. Back to the pavilion. Walk out into his third. Bowled quite tidily. 2 overs for 5. That big wicket of George Thomas. As he comes in, it's getting a bit dark.
Yeah, I did think that.
Scoreboard nice and bright. Jay Terry into the offside for a single.
Relax,
He needs to
just
run it.
relax. There's a good bit of fielding
Scampered
in here,
single.
but I think you've also got to remember ones are ours here.
Yeah.
Run rate required now 8.5 and over, so it's just creeping up every over here.
Couple of tight overs from the Bridgie guys have dragged it from 6.5 to 8.5, but
Did you say you won this comp last year?
year, yeah. We played in a game in a similar
Bowls.
situation. Yeah, we're bowled. Hit the hole. Keith Parson played for us for a long time and known as the pilot. Played lots of games with him actually, and he'd always say 8 and over in a T20 game. Boundary and over, boundary every other over, singles. You won't be far away, so bit of a cool head needed from Jay Terry, Toby in particular. I don't think Jay will be overly flustered. Get himself in. Shot.
Sure.
Great shot.
There's
Loves it out there.
4.
Very,
It's a
very
lovely
good there,
shot.
Jay Terry.
Just off the back foot a little bit.
Yeah.
Waited for it.
Transfer weight, lovely. Just past points left hand. The sweeper is not stopping that. Well timed. First boundary for Jay Terry. Lovely, very good there. Times the ball very nicely. Where's your money, James? Nip and tuck, innit?
And with the bridge, of course.
Bold.
Turn back there, Toby. Single,
Yeah.
dot ball.
Toby's ticking here.
Money with the bridge.
Runs on the board.
Yeah. I think that's a Butty special, runs on the board in a final.
It's a good toss to win, to be fair, with there being no restrictions as well as a 160 as a fielding side. Stick 5 men out, 4 men in the ring. You're asking a lot of the batters, second innings, fading light.
Similar situation for us in the semi-final really against Taunton Vale. We had
Did you?
151 on the board and well, they crumbled come the end.
Did they?
Bowled them out for 50.
Oh, did you?
So
Comprehensive come the end.
yeah, but runs on the board I think are massive.
Yeah. Always a big toss in this, especially like I said, the final. Big ground.
Justin would have batted first as well.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think also as a batting first, there's a lot less pressure,
Yeah.
a bit more freedom. Or bold. Or bold.
Another good over, huh?
Yeah.
Boundary from it from you boys, but
Yeah.
other than that, pretty tight.
89 for 4 after 12. Feel.
Darren Taylor, yes. Taunton St Andrews did win it last year. I was one of the umpires. Have an LBW for Lloyd.
Did it? Yeah. Someone actually kicked one. Makes a change. Don't hit the pads very often anymore.
Tom Allcote, 3 overs, 1 for 12. Very well
Bowled
bowled.
well. Bowled very well.
Bellinger started one as well, 1 over for 2.
Bellinger to Jay Terry. Jay Terry likes a sweep, reverse sweep. So it'll be interesting. I reckon if he gets a bit of length, any width, he's going to try and look to target that Trade Nation stand. Hit it through the offside, lovely.
1 to Seth. Yeah, what a deep cover.
This is the passage of play with Toby on strike. I feel he's going to go one or two ways. But disappointed with how the last over's gone.
Does he take a chance? I
Phil.
think even if you go for the big shot out there, 1 it either comes off,
Change of
2
field
it might even just chip in.
with the 1 man at cover.
Unlucky.
Single. That 1 man at cover, whereas before to 2 they had 2 of them. It's good. Is there? I've not had that many people watching me before. 500 people on the live stream.
Good effort, Lloyd.
Yeah. Not come to listen to me.
Oh.
Dot ball. Crucial.
I know Fricky's in Australia, 3:30 in the morning.
Is he?
Yeah, watching it.
A lot of lads. Charlie Williams on holiday, so I think he's in Italy, watching it in a pub somewhere. People all round.
2 dots.
Yeah. Big shot coming again. Bowled well to that long boundary, 2 men at point. Giving him nothing to go and try and heave over to that leg side and go after the scoreboard round to the pavilion. Quick and flat.
No, there was a trial.
Oh.
Fielded belly.
Good dot. Good over. Another good over this.
I think he might have to try and do something here.
Rate's nearly got up to 10s. Slog sweep. Shot from Jay Terry. Single to finish the over. Game poised nicely here.
Yeah.
Feel that St Andrews just slightly behind the 8 ball. Somerset legend Charles Willoughby. Sorry, pup. Bit more enthusiasm. I'll try my best, sir. Change of bowling. Is it Lock back onto bowl at this end?
Yeah, it does look like that. So he might be saving Allcoat for the end.
Yeah. It's bowled well actually. Allcoat hit the hole pretty well.
Yeah. You
End of
probably
his
know a
last
bit
couple of
more
overs.
than what I do. But as a seam bowler, would you be wanting to stay on it in that position for 3 overs, 1 for 12?
Yeah, it's all
Rhythm going
yeah.
well.
Tough ask as well, I feel, coming back. Again, in the situation of the game, though, you could probably be quite happy, but coming back at the end is a bit of added pressure, but it depends on how many runs you got to play with. A couple of more tight overs. Phil as a bowler, a little bit less under the pump, but Phil St Andrews need a couple of relatively big overs here to try and get themselves back in with the mix. So lucky that, just tucked off the hit for 1. I do feel now Toby Williams-Thomas is going to try and take this down, going to the leg side.
Yeah, if Seth just gets his length a little bit wrong.
Hit his length, free his arms.
I think Toby might fancy himself as well against Seth. Again, played against each other quite a few times.
Nobody out. Deep mid-wicket, long on.
Lock in.
Mid-wicket on the ring.
There it is.
Offside.
Ooh, just
Over
short
backward
of-
point. Short of the man for 1. Proactive. Jay Terry. Where's his boundary? Going to try and target that cover point region, I feel. They've moved deep cover now to more of a just in front of point. Well, he hits the ball out there. And he comes to Jay Terry. And he
Bowled.
slower ball. Trying to take it. Leave it over to the leg side.
Big bowl,
Clean
Seth.
bowl. Good delivery.
Again, variation from Seth, said it earlier.
Yeah.
He'll try and mix up his balls, keep the batsman thinking. First ball, I think, to Jay, but
Pace off.
very well bowled.
Jacob Hockey, the next man, just comes to the crease. St Andrews backs against it here. Good passage this from Bridgwater. Very disciplined.
The incoming batsman is Jacob Hockey.
Proactive cricketer Jacob. Try and nudge the ball around, nudge it, nurdle it. Find the gaps, scamper well between the wickets.
Uni now, is he?
Yeah, he is Worcester Uni, I believe. He's actually come on a lot. Played a few games for us. Actually played some really important roles. So could do with him playing just as an important one today, if I'm honest. From a St Andrews perspective, you on the other hand, probably not so much. Slot comes in, first ball. Bowled. Fielded. And the bowler fancies if he misses that. It's pretty straight. Good work from Butty at the wicket. Stopping the single.
I think batting first between us two sides this season gives you the dub, gives you the win.
Batting for. Oh, we're bowled.
3 games played, team batting first has won.
Really?
It's the first game of the season. We posted 256.
Yeah. Bowled us out.
bowled you out, and then obviously on the turnaround you batted first at 300 odd, didn't you?
Not like, yeah, 330.
And
Decided to bowl first, actually, you guys.
Yeah.
On a flat wicket.
On
James
a
Regan,
hot
big
day.
100. Yeah, hottest day. 65 degrees. James Regan played beautifully for 100. Josh Thomas as well, 80. And he comes to Jacob Hockey. Into the leg side for a single. Another really good over. .63 off 6, rate up at 10s. Asking a lot of the St Andrews boys here. Need some clean striking from these guys at the bottom.
Tui back on now from the River End by the looks of it.
Yeah. Spirit into the pads.
Yeah, I think now the left-hander's out.
Yeah, that's huge, that, in the context of the game. Short boundary allows your spinners to operate now from that far end.
Tui to continue from the River End.
You can't have many overs left.
3 overs
two
for
left.
19, so 2 to come. Oh, they're going to... Oh,
no,
run out
direct
chance.
hit and he's out.
Oh, what a bit of fielding.
That is well
that
fielded.
It's a hell of a bit of fielding from Tui.
That is.
Fumbled the ball back to him, just chased. I don't even think he looked. I think he just turned
and
threw it from...
Bit of indecision from the batters.
I don't want to speak too early, Lloyd, but I think it could be...
I think now Ollie Hurd next one. Yeah, I think we're massively behind the 8 ball here.
Toby has got to bat through it to give you kind of any chance.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak too early, but...
Yeah, 10 and over is a big ask. 4 wickets in
Nearly
hand.
11s now.
This boy hits it clean though. Ollie Hurd, I'm not... Lot to do from one of these two.
Wonder if we'll get a replay of that one.
Doesn't that top left picture doesn't look great, does it? Jay, look at the top left picture there on screen. Look, batter knows he's out. Fielders are celebrating. Toby's head down. Just feel now. Rate nearly up to 11, so need to find a couple. There hasn't been a boundary, I don't feel, in the last 5 overs. Bridgie really got the squeeze on here.
Yeah, probably Jay, wasn't it? Back through backward point.
Yeah,
yeah,
that lovely shot through square cover. Yeah. That is
There's
what Toby
Toby
wanted to
could
do.
be off
There's
now.
his option. Into out over cover for 6. That is going to be where he's going to have to go if he's going to target that short side.
I think he knows that now.
Yeah, I reckon 2 men in at point or 2 men in at cover, but I think the keeper's trying to say they can have 2 in there. They need best part of 10 and over.
Do you bring...
You're backing, you're looking like you've got your fit lads out there.
Yeah.
Oldcoat,
Seth,
Toey,
Allcoat,
Skidmore.
Yeah, Skidmore.
Scampering to save 2s. Again, 2s at this stage is fine as a bowling side.
Double. Good reply to me.
Need a couple more boundaries there to get back in the mix there.
At least another one this over.
Yeah, I think Toby's itching now to try and go downtown. Bit of width, there it is. Well bowled. Well avoided by non-striker. Down to Skidmore at long off.
Wouldn't be trying to take
His arm
Chris on
That is
too
one thing
much
he
in
wouldn't
the
do.
air or for a run.
Not a chance.
Safe pair of hands and a good arm on him.
So this Ollie Hurd, I've seen Ollie Hurd hit a long ball. Bit of leverage.
Yeah, I was going to say, long levers.
Big ask to go from ball 1, but it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Dot ball.
Oh,
Ball
look.
for 2. Yep.
Bit of a free hit here, last ball, would you say?
I think so. I think if you need 10 and over, boundary here gets you to your 11 and
Put it
move on
keep
to the
Toby
next.
on strike, don't you? So we'll take a single here.
Bit of width, hopefully, get it over the pavilion. That
Oh,
looks
it's well
close.
bowled.
That's out. Not close, that's bold. Wicket. I think you're right. It's a shame that.
Good
Ollie
decision
Hurd.
to bring Max back on.
Tighten up, he hasn't bowled a bad ball. Max Tui given the side batting absolutely 0 chance. Feel you may be right. Might be going a bit early with 5 overs to go, but lots of work to do. Let's get 56 off the last 4 and 5 overs. Just slid on with the arm, well bowled Max Tui. Is that his 5 overs done? We've got 1 to go.
One to come.
Incoming batter is Luke Paul.
Oh, that's a shame. Lady on the flats come out, saw one ball, seen enough. Thanks very much. Too cold and windy out here for me.
Tell you what, I wouldn't mind retiring.
Be nice in one of them, wouldn't it? I think there's a bar in the top middle bit, or a restaurant of some kind, yeah. Very nice place to go and spend your summers. Or a common room rather than a bar, as I've just been politely informed. Lock in, light fading to Toby Williams-Thomas. That is well bowled. Very well
lucky.
bowled.
Lucky. I'll take a single there, to be fair.
Luke Paul, T20 specialist with the ball. I'm not going to say it because it didn't work very well for Hurdy, but
T20 specialist with the bat. Or?
He's one of these guys. We played here 2 years ago. Hit his first ball for 6. Played Chippenham away, and he got 40 off 12 balls, I think.
You could do that.
He is a dangerous cricketer when he gets past the first one. You love me saying that, Ches. Member of the Madhouse Molly's darts team as well, Luke Paul. He's got the Joss Butler shuffle going on. In comes Lock. Hit it clean. First ball.
That's clean, down to long off.
Down the ground to Skidmore for 1. Lovely start from Luke Paul.
Your darts boys trying to tell you to promote the Madhouse Mollies
tonight. We've had a few people, to be fair. We've had a few people.
Any other shout-outs?
There's been a few asking. Connor Masterplum gives a shout-out.
Oh,
Josh Clatworthy's business, yeah. Connor Burnham, Rob Driver, all the Burnham lads. Oh, that is
could be
out.
Court Charlans.
That's out. That is
Toby not happy.
Potentially the game right there.
Very, very happy.
Yeah, not surprised. Good wicket. This lad's bowled nicely as well, isn't he?
Yes, it's bowled very well. Very good, this. Very good.
Get away, probably as you'd like there, Toby. Goes for 18. 108 for 4. Lots and lots of work to do in a situation that's not looking great for Taunton St Andrews right now. Bridgie boys over the moon, I can imagine, as the sun shines across Cooper Associates County Ground. Brings in Matt Lieberman. A bit of an uphill task. Safe hands down there from Charlie Sharland. Doesn't drop many.
Again, another very casual cricket player, a bit like George.
Nice to see Max Waller hollering some abuse from the back. Not quite sure he's correct in what he says. Trig's very good. Me, very not so good. Luke Paul is definitely not going to be blocking this. As the sun goes in again, change of field. Singleton drops onto the ring at extra cover. Every faith that Luke Paul's going to try and hit this into the Andy Caddick Pavilion if he gets the length.
Oh,
2 from 2. Hat-trick ball incoming.
Just chopped on there, I think.
Drag on.
I might
the replay incoming.
Quick dash for it in a minute, Lloyd.
When they win. Thought you might.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah, just
slight drag on.
Seth very happy with that. The boys look buzzing out there. Gutted to not be out there. But
you're gonna make. How quickly are you gonna make it down those stairs?
I don't know. Might have to call Toby back in. Toby might just have to come in and just save me so I can get down, get celebrations on.
Calling the director in. Can't do that. Hat-trick ball. This would be some way to finish it.
This would be some way to finish it. To be fair as well, I back Seth.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm hoping in the stage of the game, the captain will give him at least a slip.
Justin Burke.
Yeah.
Rushing for the
bringing
centre of excellence.
Yeah. Panicking.
He'd be timed out.
There's a quick loss of a few wickets. What a place, the Cooper Associates County Ground, for any young lad to play cricket, let alone a cup final. On the hallowed turf as a Somerset man, not many better places you get to play.
Lloyd, it's been a pleasure, but I'm going to shoot down
and
get
nice
with the lads.
To see you, mate, and enjoy the...
Hope
you haven't peaked too early and you walk down the stairs and we're next to see you.
5 overs left.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure, mate.
But where's he come from there?
Don't know, I think he was in a rush. It's been a pleasure, mate. Look after yourself. Cheers.
No worries, enjoy. Change of commentator as Mr. Ben Warren joins us for the remainder of this game.
Evening, Lloyd.
Ben, how are we?
Good.
Beautiful, beautiful place to watch as the sun sets.
Yes, turned out rather nice.
Hasn't gone as planned, is it, for Taunton Andrews?
No, it was looking like it was going to be a close game for a while there, wasn't it? But
the way they started, Steve Tinian hit the ball really cleanly, and I thought just needed a partnership in the middle to get the guys going, but unfortunately,
it is dark.
It is dark. I was just saying, it looks dark. Now when that sun came out, it's lovely. It does look dark, and I don't know what it's like. Obviously out there, up here it looks dark, but a bit harsh on the captain here. 54 to win off 4 and a bit overs. Number 11's in. Give the guy a slip. Hat-trick ball. His lock comes in to Justin Burke for his first ball. Full nailed for extra cover from the captains. Lovely strike, Justin. Tom Banton was right. Should have been up the order all along.
There's a good crowd in there, isn't there?
Good. It looks good. We're saying a lot of the fans below us, and I was saying just now it's very nice, Ben, of the club and yourselves to set the live stream up. Unfortunately, people have had to listen to me waffle on, but it's nice as a player I've played in this many a time. The boys will be at home, I know, might not be on the right side of the result, but they'll be at home watching the highlights back and having all the accessibility to the slow-mos and all the footage. So
no, it's our pleasure. It's always a good one to have, the Baker Cup final. It's always an event we look forward to here. We always get great crowds come in, and yeah, for the last couple of years we've been able to stream it, which has been great, and as the technology increases what we can do in the professional game, it just makes it that much easier to stream things like this. And as you can see here, a slow-mo of one of our slow-mo cameras. So yeah, a big drag on there.
Dragged on, nicked onto the bales. Yeah, we say about it a lot though. Somerset's live streaming is definitely up there with one of the best around. It's amazing how you only used to see televised games unless you're in the ground. Now you've pretty much got full access to live stream, which is as good as a full game, with the likes of Trigo and Sam Dalling and Everett and Sophie Luff on the comms. It's great actually. In the week when there's the likes of Tom Banton and Matt Renshaw up here, it's great to watch. It's as good as, not quite as good as Sky, I would say, but it's certainly up there, Ben, and down to a lot of your hard work. And so yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's been good fun. It's been good fun. And say shout out to the guys on the cameras as well, because yeah,
giving up their evenings.
It's giving up their evenings, yeah, to come
and that is not quite the game.
It's getting very gloomy
very
here,
dark,
so it's actually with the pink ball. It's actually
quite hard to see.
Quite hard for us to see up here. We've got a fantastic viewpoint, but we are sort of quite a way up.
See how bright the scoreboard is. Max Tui, pick of the bowlers, I feel, for Bridgwater. Literally not given anything. Oh no, it could be a run out of the bowler's end.
Okay.
Dot ball.
Bridgwater fielded well, haven't they?
They have. Bowled well, fielded well. There's a passage that said we started really well when we opened the batting with James Regan and Steve Tinian, and then a couple of quick wickets in losing George and Josh Thomas together. Oh, nearly chipped it back. Made a big hole really, and I was talking to James about it. 160 is always a tough chase with the restrictions where you're only allowed when you only have to have 4 in from the start. So as a batter, you feel actually my boundary options probably disappeared in comparison to having 2 out. But yeah, fair play to Bridgie. We've had a lot of good games against Bridgwater. We beat these guys in the semi-final of this competition last year in a great run chase at Taunton Dean, and then they beat us in the Major Cup 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so far, and to be fair, I do enjoy the fact that they've played a side that have played a lot of this competition. So this and the Baker Cup, the Major Cup, sorry. A couple of other lads that they could have quite easily brought in for the final, but snuck through. 4 byes, is it? Missed by the keeper, trickles away over the rope. 4 byes.
It's going to be a boundary. They need current rates 15.8. So stranger things have happened, have they? I don't know.
I would love it with James leaving early to go down and congratulate his lads. It would be a shame if they weren't quite to get over the line.
46 off 3 with 1 wicket in hand. I mean, not quite.
Big ask. Big ask.
But you never know. Cricket's
a
funny game.
Funny game.
Funny game.
Funny game.
Yeah,
It's a big ask. It would be a great to win this. This will be one of the greatest ever wins in the
cric-
dark.
In cricket ever.
Probably not. Baker Cup history, I'm sure, but see how this pans out. 3 overs to go. I said 15 and over. Feel like it's only a matter of time until Justin tries to heave one into the stands, and that's 4. Backward square. Fielder's not stopping that. Boundaries start the overs. It bounces off the Cookery Sports signage over there.
Fine organisation.
It's the only chance I've had to get that in there, Ben.
Yeah, do you get the camera off to hold on the Kukri board for a bit longer next time?
It's a lovely shot.
Just
Just whipped away from Justin Burke for 4.
yeah, just waited for that.
Yeah, he has played that lovely. All coat in again. No run.
When's your next game then, Lloyd?
There is Potton away on Saturday, which is a good old trek.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at the director. Look, great use of the signage.
Great use of the signage. There's over 500 people watching
Mr.
at the
Philbert will be
moment.
happy with that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few fans asking for the light. I've told them, unfortunately, stop the game. Too dark. I think it's fair.
Yeah. I mean, it would be great, wouldn't it, if we
Imagine
could
how
have
good that would be if you could play.
A floodlit Baker Cup final. It'd be great. I think.
Great occasion.
For
that.
those that just to clarify that we've got a set amount of days in which we can use the lights for every summer. So unfortunately, at the moment, it's not something we can allocate to a floodlight usage day because we have so many that we have to put into the schedule, including sort of England women's training, Western Storm training, Somerset training. So yeah, it's
And that is absolutely fair enough.
if we
The Baker Cup final uses a day's allowance of the lights, which means the ladies' international team or Somerset aren't allowed to use them. I'm pretty sure.
but hey, one day,
Who knows?
It's been, it's great to have the Baker Cup final here, as to see 650 plus people. Some counties wouldn't get that for a day of championship cricket. So yeah, just a really great marker of where cricket is in Somerset. Is that
Is
up
that
in
the
the
game?
air?
No, just
Not
short of
quite.
Singleton on the ring, extra cover.
So the rate goes up now to 18.5. So
Yeah, big ask from here.
big ask from here.
All coat into Burke. Nailed. To cover
Straight to
for
Singleton.
a single. Well fielded.
It's tidy over.
Yeah. That rate up at 20s.
So 2 overs to go here at the Cooper Associates County Ground.
Seflock to bowl the last. Is it Seflock? I think Seflock to bowl the 19th over from the river end. Can't really see.
See the both boxes. Not in use to.
No fans in
tonight,
there today.
but, yeah, it was certainly got plenty of cricket coming up here at the Cooper Associates County Ground in August.
When
We've got,
50 over competition starts.
yeah, we've got the 4th of August is our first 50 over
Who's
home
that
game
against?
against Notts Outlaws. So
Very
the Peter
nice.
Trigo derby,
Yeah.
and then we've got plenty
There's a
happening.
Beer and Cider Festival, isn't there?
Yeah.
19th of August, I
19th of
believe.
August.
Day-night game.
Day night against Sussex, Beer and Cider Festival. We've got Family Fun Day on the 14th on the Sunday. So
Lots going on.
plenty going on here in August. So yeah, if you want to come down and get your tickets for that, as you can see on screen, I say it's a seamless production here at Somerset Beer and Cider Festival. Tickets
Look at
are
that.
absolutely flying for that one. We are expecting well over 5,500 people here
That'll
on
be
that
Sunday.
occasion.
Locks in to Lieberman. Nick
There's an edge.
just over the keeper. Down to third man for a single. It'll be good, that day-night game. Hopefully, well, potential. George Thomas maybe played in the
Yeah.
competition last year. James Rue, Taunton Andrews potentially will be in that side as well, which is good.
Obviously, you can see the family day on the
Yeah.
14th of August. Yeah, George Thomas did well, didn't he? He made his
Yeah, he did.
debut on against it. What was it, Leicester?
Nailed it.
So-
But-
yeah, this would be a good catch.
Good
in
catch
the
in
dark.
the dark. And that's
Yeah,
it.
it's a good catch.
And that is
That's
the game. Bowlers over the moon.
Congratulations
Justin
to Bridgwater. They played really well here tonight.
Yeah, played very well. Set the game at that, 22 off the last over, set them up lovely with a change of momentum going into the second innings. Taunton Andrews unfortunately not quite good enough to get to the 157. And there are your champions for this year.
Yeah,
We have to hand over the trophy.
Yeah, it was a good start from Taunton St Andrews in the power play. They sort of got ahead of the rate, but once those wickets started to tumble and the rate started to come up, scoreboard pressure in a run chase at a final, it's runs on the board often you do see pay dividends in the end. But another great occasion here. Nice to have so many people join us, both on the live stream and in the ground.
Yeah. As I said earlier, it's thanks to Scott and you guys, the stream, the pitch. Like, you don't see many other sort of T20 competitions played at finals at county grounds, let alone on championship wickets that we used last week. So it's enjoyed and appreciated by all the lads. And to step out at Somerset County Cricket Club on the Cooper Associates County Ground is a great occasion. Win or lose, one of those things. But yeah, it's been a great day. So thank you to Somerset on behalf of all the St Andrews and I'm sure Bridgwater Cricket Club.
Yeah, and likewise, thank you to yourself, Lloyd, for joining us in the commentary.
No worries at all.
And James, who joined us earlier. It's the first time we've had commentary on one of these club games. So it's another step in the direction. So we hope to stream the Somerset Cricket Foundation Knockout Cup. There's 3 games coming up here at the Cooper Associates County Ground, which we'll look to stream as well.
There they are, dejected Taunton St Andrews fans, players, looking glum, ready for the presentation, but deserved winners, Bridgwater.
Yeah, congratulations to Bridgwater, and thank you for everyone who joined us this evening on the stream. We'll leave you with the sort of celebrations. We'll film the celebrations for you, but we'll leave you here in the commentary box, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay, ladies and gents, boys and girls, once again I'd just like to say thank you so much for coming down and supporting the Baker Cup competition this evening. If I could also extend the competition's thanks to Somerset County Cricket Club and the Somerset Cricket Foundation. Matt Counts has been absolutely brilliant facilitating the opportunity for us to play the final down at the county ground, Cooper Sussex County Ground once again. And many thanks to the county and to the Somerset Cricket Foundation. Many thanks to Scott Hawkins and his grounds crew, done a fantastic job. Set it up as they would do for any professional game of cricket. Gave great facilities for the lads to practice on beforehand and produce an absolutely cracking track to play on. So thanks to Scott and his crew. Just for us, I'd like to introduce the presentation party. We've got Roy Takel, who's the president of the Baker Cup committee, and Tom Patman, who's been our treasurer for many years. Roy's going to be handing out the trophies in just a second. We'd like to invite the two umpires to come up and get a commemorative medal. That's Martin Peter and Marcus Palmer. I'm not sure if the two scorers have had a chance to make their way down from the gods just yet. Yes, we have, brilliant. Yeah, Sue Hall, if you'd like to come up and get a commemorative medal. I don't know if Andy Wright's managed to make it down yet, but as and when we have got a medal for Andy as well. But thank you very much to all the officials for their efforts this evening. It's been a cracking game of cricket. At the end of the day, there can be only one winner. St Andrews have been defending champions for the last couple of years. Fantastic job to get here again. But if I could invite Justin Burt, please, to come up and pick up the Archie Hayward Cup as runners-up at this year's Baker Cup. Before we invite Stuart Butt and his team to come up and get the cup and their medals, we'll do the man of the match presentation now, because sometimes that just can get lost in the melee after the cup presentation. Some fantastic performances on both sides today. Looked for a second like Steve Tinian was going to get Saints off to an absolute flyer. Certainly got them ahead of the rate. George Thomas batted very well in the middle order, picked up a couple of cheeky throws as well with the ball. Charlie Charlin was superb in gluing the bridge innings together with a fantastic 50. Certainly can't forget the little cameo of Tom Bellinger, 28 off 5 balls, right at the death, which really turned the game. I thought Alex Ackland kept rocking beautifully and scored a lovely 31, but at the end of the day, there can be only one. With figures of 6 for 29 on 4.3 overs, Baker Cup Man of the Match 2022 is Seth Block. So fantastic performance from young Seth there. So yeah, if I could please invite Stuart and his team to come up and collect the trophy and their commemorative medals. So fantastic all-round performance from Bridgie. Lots of contributions throughout the team, but yeah, many congratulations, up and come. And if his team would like to follow up, there's medals for you all. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, that concludes the presentation ceremony. Many thanks again for your fantastic support, and hope to see you all again next year. Enjoy the rest of the summer. Thank you very much.